Every day, new notes, new read-alongs, new stuff. You see the title, so damn near. Uh, I feel good because I've never graduated school. Here I am claiming to have the remedy for this small psychosis, this demon possessed human being, which gains speak all of a sudden because the seat of his soul won't, what's occupying the seat of an individual soul is not himself. So what's pulling the strings of Pinocchio is a demon. Press one, a straight demon. And you got to understand that, yes, I am boastful. I'm boastful because it's my books. That's why I'm boastful. And you know what? I'm boasting in the Lord because God freed me with this mindset. So I'm offering what was free, what got me so confident in testimony. Press one, which our community is lacking for sure, for sure. And I wrote these books while you playing for the people who think they need to change, not for the average person who come here for YouTube. No, 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 no. Ali, when he said, Kev, I'm in, he said, my brain is messed up. My brain is messed up. You know, you've been helping correct it with the small things I've been doing on the computer. We're going to go further. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go further. Our minds have been destroyed, reset, re-inseminated inside of this demonic system. And all we've been doing is picking apart and cutting the strings by acknowledging the strings in law. You know, the strings of the metaphysical are the allegoric perceptions. Made in law. Who made us? Non-compost mentors and told us we don't have a sound mind. Then Kev go find it all in the Bible for the people, huh, Ali, and say, here it is. The Bible is telling you to have a sound mind, and have a single eye so that the whole mind be what? Hold up. That's for all the people who support this broadcast. I'm trying to tell you. I've learned I'm not chasing views. I'm not chasing views. This school is for the students who understand why I've written these books and how it applies to them. That's simple. Fee simple and absolute. So since we know it's of the mind, we have to know the spiritual practice. How did they take the allegoric demonology conceptions, ways of explaining it? What did they turn it into? To put you in a nullified state of mind to where you don't become a walking zombie, right? A living, walking dead man. How did that happen? You should be asking that question. You should be asking that. How am I a lunatic, an idiot? An idiot. How am I a lunatic? How did this happen to me? And what does this have to do with law? Those are the questions. I've been fighting a long time to get the average person to at least give me some type of attention concerning this matter. But I've learned that our people is so caught up in it. Huh? Now listen, they so caught up in it, they don't want to help. They want to stay in it. So I compiled the books and told them the description of the two trees. And we talking dominion of the mind here. Press one. And how you became a decapitated human being, or at the very least, out of your mind, which is such a powerful statement. Out of your mind. Who got you out of your mind? Therefore, the body cannot legally stand. See? Now we talking habeas corpus. Ain't they trying to get rid of habeas corpus right now? You damn right. Because your redemption, hold on, your redemption revolves and lies in wake. Right there. Show me the body. Press 1. So because so many trolls have come by here, so many different people with the wrong objectives, the wrong mindset, I said, you know what? I'm gonna move on. And then I said, I'm gonna let the students see how much my class is worth to the students. And they came up with an excellent idea that, which is fair, very fair to me. Anything less is unfair to Kev Gill because of the work that I've put in, the hours spent with the individuals, the show of love and compassion, even when times were so hard, you know. So I know my students who want to learn, because they understand one thing for sure and two things for certain. Don't get this urban shit fucked up. They need this more than me. Press 1. Now I just say sponsors to make it sound good on YouTube, because they like a mini corporation. We born as like little systems of speech patterns, or trying to just converse. But they need this. That's why we buy books. They'll be searching for knowledge, wisdom. But when you got knowledge and wisdom backed by legal fact, that's when we're not talking artifacts here. We talking legal facts. Yeah, that person, those people are a little different. But those people are a little different. And so my students know we have to come out of this mental slumber the best way we know how. I've never taught a class in my life. So I don't know how to teach. I just know how to be Kev. You know, because when I try to teach, people think I'm doing too much. And then you the one who said you wanted to be on my level. So motherfucker, don't be press 1. Don't be slowing my pace down. Yeah, we don't do. You said you want to be here, not the other way around. Press 1. You said you wanted to be here. So now you're going to learn about Lucifer and how Lucifer has control over your mindset. And so all this is going to teach you to believe God when he tell you in the scripture exactly how it's going to play out. Okay? So since y'all into science, what better way to make diagrams today? Hold on, let me shout out the people who not in my class but still supported me in my Cash App and support this class. Oh, Jason Harris. Shout out to Jason Harris. He's a sponsor of the program and he's a Cash Apper. Shout out to my guy. So listen up. The eye as the portal. The pineal determines whether your estate is filled with truth or false light. You get it? They say they want an estate in the fight for their ancestors and state. What estate? What you talking about? And how do you know how the estate work? If the pineal gland, the war is waged in the mind or in the pineal, who's controlling your estate? You get it? X marks the spot. You see the X right there with the sigil of Lucifer, aka the astrological sign of Aries. See, we talk different. See, that's going into horoscope. And let's break this down. When I show the sigil of Lucifer and the god of war, Aries, press 1. See, now we talking. This is all constellation. I taught y'all before, we're ruled by what? Moon cycles and the constellation. Remember I said how the 72 demons rule over. So this is knowledge on top of knowledge. Press 1. How the 72 demons rule over the 12 zodiacs. The basic structure, choke no joke, wake up. 72 divided by 12 is 6 demons per sign. There are 72 zodiac signs for every Press 1, meaning the cosmic wheel of fate. Each sign is governed by 6 demons, creating a demonic jurisdiction over each astrological house. Now, this is your mind, nigga. Lucifer. Hit that like button and subscribe. This is why you need help. This is why you can vaguely see what I be talking about. Why? Why, Ali? Because even though you understand and can't speak it like me, we learning on that. They can't see it, Ali. Why? They had their minds full of demons trying to break free. Press 1. Planted a seed and it hatched, sparking a flame. You know what the flame was, right? The eternal flame? In my mind, like a match. Such a dirty game. No memories, just a misery. Painting a picture of my enemies killing me in my sleep. Will I survive to the morning to see the sun? Lord, forgive me for my sins, because here I come. Who was that, Ali? I shed so many tears. What do you say? I suffered through the years and shed so many tears. Now I'm lost in the weary, so many tears. I'm suicidal, so don't stand near me. My every move is a calculated step to bring me closer to embrace an early death. There wasn't no future, only streets I could rest. Press 1. I had my mind full of demons trying to what? Trying to break free. Come on, y'all. This is how we talk. You better get it or get lost. You better get it or get lost. He was going through a psychological occult ritual, which is done by way of psychology. You don't even know it's done to you. You notice all the psychological shit don't pop up. You a narcissist is this. Everything you do as a man and woman is narcissism now. You check it in yourself. That's the occult. Press 1. Every one of them is occultist. That's why they all women. That's why Dr. Brian and them is all women. That's why y'all get caught by the Divine Nine, because they're all women. That's why the niggas is wearing red dresses and telling women they don't like them. And then Princella running around saying how black men ain't shit, but she dressed like one. They are in what I call in the book of the dictionary called a mental trance, bafflement. Who ready? Press 1. Who want to rumble with KevRow? Talk that shit. Come on. So it ain't 250 because, Kev is greedy. No, that's the cost that you gonna invest in yourself, nigga. So you can sit there and pretend you ain't got no weed and all that. That's cool. Go to the voodoo doctor. Press 1. I'm a healer. Press 1. A natural born healer, and I'm here to heal you from your demon possession. That's why you can't sleep. You up at night. You a child of the moon. You a lunatic. Press 1. Hit the infomercial. This ad is paid for by KevRow University. With your small contribution to my Cash App, we can further this program and pay for all the bills that happens at KevRow University. Thank you. All right, back from paying them bills. Back from paying those bills. Anyway, psychology is the occult. Say it with me. Psychology is the occult. That's why they be like, look me in my eye. Look me in my eye right now. Press 1. Everything that deals in demonology is in psychology and vice versa. The thing with psychology is in this world, they're going to prescribe your ass something and you're going to be a lunatic and they're going to prescribe you and you're going to have a mental health record that says, nigga, you don't deserve to be in charge of your state. Why? Because you got a mental condition. You don't remember this? When you take your dumb ass to court, they're going to have you remember now. You remember this? Yeah. Yeah, it seems like you're not even capable. Woman, come here and tell us, courtroom, how he's not capable and tell us what he do. Make sure you cry. Use a lot of that feeling so we can lay down the law to Adam. And then your dumb ass right there. And then one day I was making spaghetti, press 1, and he just called me fat. I meant pretty hot. Objection, Your Honor. That's not even a word in the dictionary. I'm pretty hot. Tipton ain't Copy. Press 1. Take the kids, the car, the house, the dog. Take it. Take it. Take it. Strip him. Press 1. Strip the slave of his family like a slave. Strip him and throw him in prison like a slave. But it's not slavery because we got over it. Ha ha, got you mentally. Oh, no, that happened in the past. We got over it. Strip them right now. Bend over and crack your ass so we can make sure ain't nothing in there. Ain't no weapon in there when you enter our jealous facility. Press 1 and now spend time with these other males and crack their ass, dude. Press 1. See? They got you. This is the devil's kingdom. You're trapped in the United States of psychology, nigga. That's what your ass is caught up in. And my BBD bopping up the street ass don't stumble upon. Press 1, your recovery. It goes all the way back to the initial tree, the Kabbalah versus the Holy Word. Press 1, you shall not surely die. Are you mentally dead? Yes. Say it with me. I'm not even leaving it up to you. I'm answering it with you. Yes. We don't understand any law dealing with the psychological aspects that have us bound by Latin law. Latin law is the occult. It's Canaan law. Press 1, dog law, canine shit. Press 1. Press 1. Kev is here. Kev is here. She was out there worshiping the black moon. Press 1. And you was out there with the black moon and missed it. Press 1. You out there with the occult. Doing bad things. Hit that like button. But the war is mental. So if the war is mental, then what is the course of study? Psychology. Press 1. You will never stop looking for people to tell you use an Indian or anybody when you are non-compos mentis. You don't know who you are. Press 1. Stop trying to identify like you don't found this secret place or the knowledge that's going to reaffirm the reason why using Indian or anything else for that matter. Indians didn't have bank account. Freemen had bank account. The Indians didn't have none. They just had feathers and draws, and they came in on by way of the ships with the white man. The white man federalized the Indians. Are you crazy? So wake up. I'm at war here. Hungarian. Kev at war with all of them, all 50 of them, all 50 delusion. And then what's at the major, at the heart of it? Demonology. They say in the allegory, demonology. Who wrote the book on demonology? King James. Why? Because King James understood the occult. He understood as law. This is how they coming in. The occult is just a new word. Psychology is just a new word. These motherfuckers are occultists. Okay? And we proving it every day with the cube and all of this misdirection. That they're just full of confusion, full of distraction and confusion. They are themselves possessed. They themselves possessed and don't even know, because that's what the psyche does. A person undergoing these things doesn't know that they are lunatic, that they are shit. Psycho. They don't know that. They just operating and living their life as possessed or psycho people. You wouldn't know they were psycho until you get with them. Say, what's up with you, boo-boo? You're going to realize she practices nothing but occult principles. What is that? What is the occult principles? The occult translate into psychology. So they're all trained up in what? Psychology. The occult, that's why they be looking at you. And that's why the women are so good. Who the leading sex in psychology? Women. Who the leading sex in tarot cards and spiritual practices? Women. Why? Because say it with me, the occult and psychology are one. The occulted spirituality is psychology, and the diagnosis is the black people's religion. Hit the like button. They don't diagnose, they got a pill to fix you. But it's not really going to fix you. You know that. Why? Because it's not really it's a spiritual thing. You caught up. You go forever be a victim of the hospital. Why? Because you make up all the diabetes that you need healing. You make up for every simple thing they can use to give you a drug that'll put you out of your mind. Hit the like button and subscribe. Why? Because that's how occultists work, through psychology. And the pharmaceutical. What is pharmaceuticals? What is the key breakdown of words concerning the pharmacy? Press 1, and then you will know that science and the occult and the practice of alchemy is their religion. Hit the like button and subscribe to that one. So when you're going and thinking you're getting healing, the only one that can heal you is the brazen serpent that God raises up to heal you. Moses did it. Jesus did it. The spirit of truth is it. Press 1. There is no greater truth in religion on earth than truth itself. And that's what this world don't want. That's why it's reacting. You see why Charleston White cut his head bald, threw 2 diamond earrings in just, please, characters made up. Pentagon babies versus babies kids. And I'm telling you right now, they don't want no smoke. I don't deliver punishment to all the Pentagon babies. Press 1, all the little minor practitioners is just dead weight. Dead weight. Why? Because even they here to learn. They don't even understand. They being possessed by their handlers. I don't have no handler. They're press 1. I got a sound mind. I don't need nobody to handle me. And definitely not no woman. You got better things to do, like get the recipe to my cream of wheat and my grits and oatmeal, damn it. Because one night, fucking play psychological games with your husbands, your brothers, your granddaddies. Y'all just out here wilding. Why? Cause what turned you into this? You evil woman, you. Because you the evil woman at the end of Moana throwing shit. You the evil, burnt up ass, Kali mom, baby, sacrifice, and I want to make you mad. Get mad. I want you to. I want you to use all of your spiritual gifts, like little puffs of smoke in a cartoon or something, and know that nothing can come against the truth. Nothing. Because my spiritual shield is up. Weenies, press 1, and hey, ladies. I told you, little cute, little Eastern Star, little broads, they going to hell too. Why? Because they're little mini psychologists. They're here to keep Adam under their wing. And then Adam, little dumbass, get up there and explain in his trance. Press 1, if he wait before he go trance. See, they place them in a trance. See, they need to be in a trance for them to go trance. You get what I'm saying? Both of them is beyond the borders and the guidelines of what you're supposed to be doing. You got to be in a trance to believe in that shit. That's why they take hallucinogens, mushrooms, and drugs, and they infested the communities with what? Crack, tar, black tar, heroin. And what did that do? Took the people out their mind. They still standing on the street corner right now. Right there. They still there. Go look. They still there. Out their mind. But it's a way. See, they just like you. They no different than you. The only difference is they already went to work. And this is the Satan done took them already. You gonna end up there and don't know it. And what's worse is you are like that, but you can walk and get the bus and pretend like you normal. Them the worst one. At least with them, Karen, we can put our wallet on the other side or grab your purse, clutch it. See, with these motherfuckers, the new ones, you got to be very well protected. You got to know what they shit too, psychology. If you don't know psychology, they're going to overwhelm you at this time. because it's so positive and so what's you know what? I posted in a section on my Facebook, on my Discord, the lunatic session, and this is where everybody who's a lunatic is going to be the videos to give them a mental space to, what does Kevin mean by lunacy, spirituality videos? Well, I'm gonna show you what I mean. I'm going to be showing you all the videos to let you know if you are a lunatic or you a Satanist, and how it looks to individuals. So let's look at this new person who got in my algorithm for some reason. Hold on, that's the PowerPoint we're going over today. Press 1. This is a new guy I seen on Facebook and on Instagram. I just have to show you because this guy, I had to leave a comment and got his spirit ruptured. Because I like to ask the occultists, especially the black ones, why y'all shit don't work? It only work on niggas. You ain't never considered. Y'all spiritual practices only work on love spells and being devils for niggas. It only worked for niggas. It's only impressive to niggas who aren't protected. But y'all never do no rituals to free you from no bondage, from nothing. It's always just some nonsense to harm a nigga. How you know that? Well, you know when that woman give you that evil eye, she done did a spell on you. She'd already did it yesterday, nigga. She already did this shit. She already took after the occult, nigga, and started doing and saying things and trying to manifest, nigga, the side of your head falling off, trying to manifest an issue, manifest any goddamn thing. But they don't manifest nothing but problem. That's it. The whole religion is based off of causing Adam problems. The whole thing. Because Eve needs Adam, like Lucifer needs Adam, contained for Eve to be on the head of the household and Lucifer to be her divine guiding light. And you gonna leave, and the state is gonna back her up. Why? Because that's the state of Lucifer. Ooh. And in Canaanite world, in Phoenician law, and Rome, when you give up your sovereignty, it's giving up your mind. So you never gonna have sovereignty until an heir comes and wake you up to what sovereignty even is. You thinking you about to go claim to Satan, something that you gave up from the entry point of birth. How dare you disrespect Lucifer's kingdom that way? This is a deal. Press 1. There's only but one champion. Don't tell us with all of your motherfucking spiritual practice and all of your incense to the queens of heaven. Press 1. What you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you? What you gonna do? And your shit don't work. It only work on people who believe you. Like your sisterhood or your small brotherhoods. Both of them is against one another. You ain't even supposed to be in no sisterhood or no brotherhood. Your sister and brotherhood is supposed to be in the home with your husband. That's your sisterhood and brotherhood. The sisterhood and brotherhood is just lesbians and gays. And then they spiritual practice is science. What is science? The religion of Lucifer. Seeing the cosmos and the world through the eyes of Lucifer and studying his concepts in his way. Hit the like button and subscribe. So Kevin will teach you how to leave your lesbian and your gay club and come to KevRow, because the ladies will love to see, I don't know about y'all, but they love to see straight men learning and speaking from their heart, their mind, and most of all, their spirit that goes beyond the material. Press 1. You can't fuck with this. Kevin's no longer in motherfucking power, nigga. Kevin, who? Video game playing big head Kev, y'all hate it? Fuck out of here. Press 1. And you want that guy. Either you want to dig deep and for Kevin, they gonna smack him up. Man, they gonna set him up. They gonna try all type of shit and manipulate. But see, with a sound mind, they ain't getting close. They run from you, Ali and Bocat. They gonna run. All of them. You ain't even chasing them. You playing video games like Kev. Playing video games. Chilling. They don't want to come around. They know you serious business. They gonna look in your eyes and know, oh, he can see through me. That's the mind frame. So we taking bad boy. We like Tupac around here. We taking bad boys, turn them into grown men. You feel me? And taking these little bad little bitches, turn them into women who support their men. Okay. Y'all done lost y'all minds. Why? Because y'all listen to people like Young Pharaoh, and this guy pump y'all up. Press 1. Hit the like button. Let's hear what he got to say.
Pray. We manifest as gods and goddesses. We do not pray. We manifest. Okay? Praying is for the weak. Who are we praying to? A lot of people got offended in my comments when I called myself a god, when I said I don't need to pray. But what I'm trying to get you to understand, overstand, and understand is that you are a god too. We are all gods and goddesses in this realm because we are the same matter that is the sun. We are the same stardust. We are the same ether.
Shut your dumb ass up. The sun is the hottest place in the goddamn universe. And it's hell. Nigga, you the same dust. You come from hell because you're a demon. That's the demon in him. See? He can't be my friend. He can't even pick up an Xbox controller and play my trucking game or nothing. You can't come in here, Satan. Why, Kev? Because you a lunatic. Press 1. You ain't manifest shit. You gonna manifest them bills is what I commented. You ain't manifest nothing. There's nothing that these niggas can ever manifest but the spirit in them talk like they gon' fly through the universe. When y'all sleep, you gon' fly through that. You ain't never flying through no goddamn universe. And when I'm woke, press 1, fly. Do it then. Show us with your lying ass. Show us. You ain't astro projected nothing, dope head. Press 1. Ain't no, your cosmic black ancestors, they dead. They can't even talk. What you think? They practice with what they preach as well. Get them. You just like them. Well, that's why they dead. And that's you worse because you dead walking around. At least they shut up. At least they can rest. Your dumb ass is walking around with the religion of mushroom deadness, evolution, which comes from what? Science again. The motherfucker said you was the monkey and you fell for it. They taught you everything, my brother. They taught you what the universe was, my beautiful black queen. What? Use the goddamn AI. Stop thinking that Asian Chinese technology from 10 years ago, because we ain't seen it, is brand new. Like AI finna do something. You know, you just a punk. Verse 1, and your women support your punk habit. Your women out there support your punk habit. Man, well, that's okay, baby. You can be a punk and a mute. That's okay. Kev is tripping. Don't learn that. We can buy makeup. We can buy eggs. Don't support the university. He gonna do it for free anyway. That's the devil talking. I don't care. You gotta say to yourself and even the creatures on the outside. Press 1 with the same thought. No. Press 1. The money ain't shit. That like button and subscribe. Now it matter because Kev is saying. No, nigga. Manifest it, punk. And come to school. You can't come to school because you can't manifest. That's why, nigga. Fake ass X-Men character. Stop watching cartoons and become. Stop watching cartoons. Huh? Because my God gonna kick every one of y'all little favorite cartoon characters. Spider-Man, Superman, where the camera at? All the man's gonna get rid of them. Press 1. And this is how you talk. This is where Taj at? This is how Taj used to talk.
We manifest, okay? Praying is for the weak. Who are we praying to? A lot of people got offended in my comments when I called myself a God, when I said I don't need to pray. But what I'm trying to get you to understand, overstand, and understand is that you are a God too. We are all gods and goddesses in this realm because we are the same matter that is the sun. We are the same stardust. We are the same ether.
He looks sick, don't he? Sick. Sick.
So in that, the same matter that is the sun. We are the same stardust. We are the same ether that is all of the galaxies. So in that,
Shut your dumb ass up. Huh? We in the same ether that's in all of the galaxies, bruh. Where you people at that believe this nonsense? Comb y'all hair and take a bath before y'all get out here. I told you, these pan believers just want to wear robes and triangles and copper wire and motherfucking beads made in China and say they manifest. Let's continue to look.
to every single being, and we are co-creators. We're the same ether.
What you co-create? You ain't got no patents. That's what I told him. So he was trying to explain. I told him, what you co-create? You ain't got no patents. You ain't created nothing. You the laziest, wishful thinker, turtleback in the half shell ass nigga the universe have ever, the weakest. You put you put everything on external things as if now you gonna wish the shit to happen. Fine. Here's one. Fine.
All of nature, to every single being, and we are co-creators. We are the gods and goddesses on this realm. Ether, that is all of the galaxies.
Man, this shit, y'all religion turned me in gay. I'm gonna talk straight. God and Jesus talked with syllables and parables. A, B, this religion turned them gay. It turns me in gay. Come to my world and say, hey, Mr. Gillespie, we are this, and I see you moving around in your eyes and shit. Y'all get to talking sassy. This shit right here turns you into a trans man. Because you already in a trance, and they put you in a trance. Next thing you know, you're hanging out with the trance, talking about you straight. Press one. No, that's not how this world works. We all know if you hanging with them, if you know Crash Unit in Los Angeles, you're part of it. Press one. So you're in a trance. Facts. And this is going to turn you, this psychology is going to turn you what? This is a psychotherapy of Satan. What is it going to turn? God's precious Adam into what? Adam was he a girl. Main story of the Bible is a man following after the woman. In what? In all 9 areas of activity, even sex. What do you mean by that, Kev? That means when you finish worship, you see 607 Unc, I believe he's been destroyed, pounded out by the worst gods of the universe in their era. Verse 1, I think these men are selling their ass like prostitutes do. That's what I think. Because ain't nobody making, listen, which trapper? Which trapper ain't been home in 3 months? He been doing all of these fucking podcasts. Nigga ain't went home. Don't y'all want to see y'all kids and women hanging out with niggas and talking about nigga shit? Is not, nigga, that shit is gossipy. Where's the real you at? There's one. Cuz got evicted. Cuz mama put him out. We gonna talk about his girlfriend put him out. She said, if you take your black ass to L.A., you out. I know the story. Because none of these niggas got control of their household. How do I know? Because at one point in time, I know you don't believe this, but I was the same way. That's why they can't run for me. I'm from L.A., born and raised. Press one. You can't tell me about no L.A. niggas. These... That nigga got the boot. Brother, he still be trying to come around. He sleep in the car. Press one. Come on, man. Come on, doing audio YouTube videos. You sleep in the car. And I'm just diagnosing you niggas because y'all need to come to school. That's what you need. All that for nothing. A base chakra lover. Talk that shit, pop dudes. This right here, this guy on the screen, it's going to start. That's why you got to start at the chakras. The base chakra is your behind. We got all we all adults. It's your behind, fellas. See, I'm keeping it simple. It's funny because it's true. Yo, see, the base chakra start right there. Press what? Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't be, hey, what y'all do? You just heard about Gorilla Hebrew. Okay, y'all stop this madness. Stop it. This where this science shit leads to. And everybody in that science knows it. That's why most of the men in it, except the new arrivals, have been probably penetrated. That's why their minds is anti-woman. It's like, ooh, and the niggas is doing all women work. Like just doing a bunch of talking and gossiping. It turns you straight into a woman. You get a gay lisp and everything. It come pre-packaged. You got the talking and swerving a while. Your new consciousness. You've been bitten by the rattlesnake, by the serpent. Your poison is now the cosmos. Cause why? Because you was trying to find an alternative way to spirituality besides the sun, what God said. So you in direct confliction, direct transgression of the law. Again, transgression. Perhaps one, you don't transact it with the Satan and got yourself a good deal. Whereas what? That's why the Bible is very clear. Not an infamous, not a sissy, not nothing. And they say, man, God must not be the all-loving, because if I can't twerk like the women, there will be none of that in the kingdom of heaven. You can say whatever you want on your way to hell. That's how God see it. You can say whatever you want. If Adam don't get his shit right, you know what I'm saying, within himself, he won't be competent and stand against judgment of the Lord. Transgression is sin. I'm freestyling, but it's bars. Y'all, niggas got used to 6 to 12 second catchphrases intervals. I ain't gonna do you like that. I need to explain myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I did the work. Fuck an interval. Fuck 2 minutes. Hit the like button.
All of the galaxies, because we are the same matter that is the sun. We are the same stardust. We are the same.
This is the religion of the gay people. This is all in the Bible. The Bible is telling you to have a sound mind. I told you about compartmentalized thinking and how they split the atom by splitting your cheeks. I know it sounds funny. What the hell is the police doing in the building? Cause I hate living in the hood, but I love it so much. I love it. Press 1. Imagine him talking in court. They gonna say, throw him to the niggas. They gonna straighten him out. Press 1. This is the bed bunkie. Press 1. Come on, blacks to the back. It's a meeting. Press 1. He gonna be the, nigga.
That is all of the galaxies. So in that, we are connected to all of nature, to every single being.
If he said this shit in jail, they will, nigga, this sound like some women shit. Come here. Press 1, shave all your hair body off. They don't be talking this shit in jail. Well, no, because it's sissified, coded. They convert to Islam, rather, and pretend. Press 1. I'm on them, bro. I'm on this shit. I can read this shit.
Co-creators, we are the gods and goddesses on this realm. So who am I praying to? Who am I asking something for?
Look, he don't even know God. Press 1. Who are we talking to? Who I create? That's Adam. I do this. Just like devil's advocate. Press 1. He's so mad at God. Where is the absentee landlord? Where is this imaginary? Press 1. Whole time you can look at him and be like, yeah, I'm going to church. I need to cleanse this guy. You're thinking like, oh man, I should have never followed this motherfucker. I need to cleanse. Grandma, I'm sorry. Sheesh. Let's get to it.
And the universe. I am God. If it's something I want, I manifest it. I think it, I meditated on it, I align my frequency to it, I raise my frequency, and I say, Asheo, it is mine. I take in.
This is the shit that Moors do when they want to move into your newly vacant property and they need to stay there. They sit out front of the house when they want to move in and say, you know what? I say tea. Well, boy, I'm finna move in here. First, I gotta manifest it. You don't see yourself in there, that's why. And then they manifest an illegal way to enter someone's home. I shall who? Yep.
Because the universe doesn't respond to just thoughts alone. It responds to vibration. It responds to frequency.
No, the nigga, thoughts is the vibration and frequency, fool. What you mean it don't respond? No, it don't respond to. Now you want to split the atom, dummy. You got to put the work in. Universe ain't finna do nothing. You got to put the work. All this is worse than prosperity preaching. Sheesh.
Waiting to give you what you put back into it. Okay?
It's mental.
It's waiting to multiply, amplify, and magnify every little ounce of love and light that you put back into it. Whatever it is, I am abundant, I am healthy, I am rich, you are loved, I am kind, I am whatever it is I want.
In the middle of a field, talking loud on the phone, playing. That's what your ass is. Because if you wanted to, you would have manifested any of that. But you got to start at your base chakra. Meaning, the science of selling pussy. Press 1 on KevRow, part 1 coming soon. Now look, starting at your base, the blessings that come is from the Johns, from the money. That's what they be talking about, pimp gods and shit like that. Listen, you blessed when you activate them chakra, and then them Johns come. I told you, this is the prostitution. Now, hold up, drop the mic. Hold up, hold it down. First one. This spiritual practice is really just, nigga, an excuse to sell ass or some shit, because us toys see everything. Yeah, because I hear a lot of talking, but it don't make sense in the real world. That must mean it's a cover for some other shit. Now, y'all be looking like y'all selling ass now. I ain't even gonna lie, a lot of y'all be looking like y'all stink. Like got that stench of sulfur from leaking from y'all pores. Press 1. No, I know stink. The stink when you homeless. It's different stinks. Y'all got a different. You motherfuckers. Press 1 got that sulfurite. Press it got that phosphorus smell. Press 1. So once you activate them chakras, just know the mushroom got to go through the base chakra. The mushroom is the tip of the peanut. And it got to go through the base and rise up the kundalini, and you're going to get secretion on the back of your head. I know they shit. Press 1. Young Pharaoh told us already. Hit that like button and subscribe. They think I'm playing. I'm not playing. It's the Satan.
Vision, whatever it is you want to imagine. You and I are God and Goddess, and we are Netaru, we are nature. So remember that. Manifest, do not pray. Asheo, it's Neat Netaru.
Oh my goodness. Okay, that was already. Let's go to another one. I'll just be saving these videos now because I'm in class. So I like to hear all of the Antichrist videos that's in the world so we can kind of go over them and make fun of their spiritual practice. Press 1 because they all a bunch of New England buccaneers, not buccaneers, buccaneers. So I'm starting to realize that now a lot of these niggas is just feminine. They divine feminists, meaning they ain't never took a shovel and learned how to put it in the ground and lay oil lines or no type of man work They just always want to live with their soft hands and motherfucking unks and crystals and all of this make-believe nonsense that's not going. And then you come to find out, they not even us. We a whole different group of people, especially us niggas out here in California. We a whole, and hold up, let me get this shit right, because a lot of these niggas got this shit fucked up. We a whole different breed. Let's get this shit right. We out west, we a whole different. We the last of the Mohicans, nigga. We is the 300. We the last one. The rest of them niggas, the further you go east, the more immigrant your ass is. You the alien who invaded and pushing us off the map. Hold up. Press one. Well, we different. Our intelligence is like what Mike Tyson say, impeccable. I've already slaughtered the whole East Coast psychotherapeutic nonsense concerning the we are gods or the whole scientific study of 360 nothing, because it's not even real. No. That's why y'all gods never came back to save you. The aliens, stop lying. That's Elon Musk and them playing with y'all. Y'all, there ain't no Nibiru coming for you. Ain't no Inky ain't no Jacob. Y'all keep saying the black UFO aliens is what, African American? No, nigga, you the alien now by law. I ain't talking about comic books and nigga, Area 50, whatever. I'm talking about KevRow in the study of law. You the only alien. That's why y'all believe. Y'all trying to make us everything but what we is. Now we the alien. Tell Nation of Islam to keep that. We are not alien. You are. By oath, by where you from, plus one. I'm talking about Moors. Me making it seem like Moors is anything but foreign niggas under the disguise of trying to trick you again, like the Hebrew niggas. All foreigners trying to tell you, oh yeah, man, we. No, nigga. Me. I would use better word, me. Ain't no we. Y'all with Tazariak and them. Press one. Let's listen to this nonsense. But you got to get used to it because we going to be doing this almost every day.
So when we say we are gods, we are one with God. We are identifying with the Father and the Mother. But a lot of people don't want to identify with the I am. They don't want to call themselves gods because they feel like it's egotistical, it's narcissistic. But in reality, you are just being in alignment with your very nature. Everything in nature is God basically acting out whatever it is.
These dudes be acting like they heard some of the most prophetic information ever.
Everything in nature, from the birds, the bees, the ants, the trees, the sky, the clouds, the sun, plants, everything is God acting out in one.
Nigga look like a whole drag queen out here. No, sir. No, bruh. Nigga got a band-aid over his heart. You weak. King Von said you don't need a gun, you need heart. Weak. Niggas got the lesbian flag behind them. All the chakras is the gay. Told you it's the gay religion. All the chakras is on the flag. I told you. Press what? Look, I told you. The religion of gay is your chakra raising vibration ass. Press one. Once you do this, you're going to be skinny. You're going to have a vegetarian diet like a person on AIDS. You're going to lose all your, and you're going to think you just so smart. And you ain't going to live no longer than nobody else eating burger. Put a tomato on it. Y'all just putting too much on. You need to be this one and you need to be that one. Shut the fuck up. When you, God, is supposed to be immortal. Press one. You supposed to be immortal. Press one. You out here eating vegetables like it's going to prolong your life. Nigga, I understand eating healthy and eating some vegetables with your food and all. These niggas don't made a whole gay diet and making everybody else want to conform. So you get a gay diet, a gay religion, a gay faith, all your friends. You want to go to the club? with all your homies. You're hanging out with all niggas. Press 1. You want to go to the gym and squat? Press 1 in front of each other. Hey, why don't you spot me and put your big balls on my forehead and tell me to lift? See, that's how y'all end up in the sauna together. I'd rather tell my girl to spot me. Hey, baby, if something happened, call 911, hold as much as you can, use your other phone. Get this shit up out of here. Where's the stand-up workout equipment? Get out of here. That's one. Y'all get y'all buff asses on like you got to go to the gym. No, you don't, bro. You can get your own work. That's them gay niggas trying to get you to the gym. Hey, y'all need to come and work out 5 times a week so I can see you. I mean, get your... Just get a credit if you don't got it, nigga. Invest in yourself, bro. Keep it at the house. You can't trust nobody in 2025, nigga. All these niggas, you swear they big muscles and like... Soon as you talk to them, ladies, they gonna be like, what's your sign? You know he gay. What the niggas say, what's your sign, ladies? You know he gay because you the ones who made the dumb shit up. You following the gay guy, Lucifer, and you know this nigga gay as soon as he say, I'm the Capricorn. That's one all of them. Because it's a gay psychology. I understand the science behind this shit. I got that shit down to a religious structure. It's just Antichrist. That's one. I can smell the sulfur. Open up these bedrooms type of shit. It's the sin of it. Press 1. So you can sit around and pretend like y'all almighty and y'all, you got the religion of the homosexual. See, that changes it. You ain't gonna want to be over there. Come on to KevRow. You ain't even going to be over there. As soon as you explain to me what you do, oh, that's the religion of the homosexuals. Press 1. It's easy. Once you know, you know. Hit the like button and subscribe. Oh, you activating what? What'd you say? Pause this game. Hold up, what'd you say? I'm up by 14. You gonna say some shit about chakra? That's disgusting, my brother. Why you say that, Kev? Because that's the religion of homosexuals. Why you... for real? Yes, man. That's homosexual spirituality. Yeah, you're gonna find out at the end. Remember when you was that highest level, that 33rd degree vertebrate, where the secretion happened, and all light and wisdom enters to the top of your head like a little bitch in a porno movie. Get off your knees, nigga. Press 1. Playing with me. That's why they quiet. Cause Kev, yeah, nigga don't turn this shit up. Yeah, okay, that's why they quiet. Yeah. That they see that they soul got them quiet. They just shut up. Don't say nothing. It's already written. Don't say nothing. You don't know me. I know you. Hit the like button. You don't know me. Playing. Set up Kev. You crazy. Oh, y'all crazy. But y'all spiritual. Y'all want this shit. This what y'all want. This what you get. This where you at. When they say when the Lord come, this is where you gonna be at. Where most of the niggas at? In red dresses in Louisiana, walking around with red Air Forces, showing all they thigh meats and their arms and stuff to each other. All of them fraternity. Every last single one of them. Why? Because they all know the occult. And the occult is what? The science of Lucifer. And Lucifer gonna turn you gay. He gonna turn you gay. You notice that about these people?
Way or another. And so we have been given this mentality. We have been programmed to think that God is outside of...
He don't even got no facial hair. He gonna be flamboyant. Press 1. He ain't even got facial hair. Fuck my mustache. I'm taking... Nigga. This gotta be a woman. What teenager or young man don't got facial hair? This gotta be trans. Gotta be. It's not. See, that's why I don't like Glorilla. I can't listen to these things and look at these people because I don't know who's a man and a woman. You feel me? This nigga over here with the slouchy shoulders, over here with the band-aid shirt, this nigga whole body frame is like a woman. The other one is like a stud. Press 1. Look at, he ain't got no mustache. Press 1. Just there, smooth face. I don't trust it. What type of haircut is that? He over here looking like, what's your name, boy? Press 1. But I don't know how that even sound, but that's how he look. He just got them good hair. He put pavettes and colors in them and everything. I thought this shit was supposed to give you some strength. I thought it turned y'all to, I thought y'all was rooted in, hell no, it ain't got nothing to do with none of that shit.
Ourselves that we have to find a way to reach out to God, to get in contact with God, to try and find.
You can't. You've been cut off, boy. So you can't go past the sun. Press 1. You see that? You can't get past the sun, champion. You need to be cleansed. You got to go through the sun. I told you, they trying to go past the sun to get to heaven and end up telecommunicating with Lucifer, who's in the sun in eternal fire. That's why y'all sun worshipers and y'all Luciferians. That's why I just broke it all down to you. Even down to that fireball. Press 1, a fucking example. You're going to be the light. Okay. I'm going to show you. You're going to be the light inside that ball, lighting up the world. You will never be the light of the world, which is the sun. S-O-N. Not the throne of Satan. The Son of God. And Lucifer is a little peon. That's why he's confined. Let's go.
Or another. And so we have been given this mentality, we have been programmed to think that God is outside of ourselves, that we have to find a way to reach out to God, to get in contact with God, to try and
but God is you.
Find some type of link to God when God has been here this whole time.
Check out the full video.
I am God. That's what they say. Another one. Let's see what this is. This is, again, lunacy. You got to be able to spot it all over the place. Let's go to the next one. Slide.
Quick thought. You know how the Bible speaks about Jesus walking on water?
Yeah.
You know that was a metaphor, right?
Uh-huh. It was talking about law.
Jesus is
right.
A metaphor for the sun, right?
Jesus is not a metaphor for the sun. Jesus is justice in the Bible. See? They just be talking. I told you. They just be talking. And what is meta? Dead.
This is a metaphor for the son, right? Of God is all of us. That's why Jesus is the Son of God. All of us is God. But this is what they meant when they said he was walking on water. Remember, that's Christ, the Son, walking on water as a reflection of the God that's inside of all of us.
Huh? Sir!
So some of us imagine this white guy with long, stringy hair walking on water with a robe on and sandals. That's a metaphor.
Hold up. Who said we all believe that? I think y'all want us to believe that because the Bible clearly says what he is, what his lineage is, what his people gonna go through. Y'all the little Moorish Catholics that was raised up by the Catholic Church who think I believe God or his son is a long-haired, stringy white man with a robe on and a red sash. That's Catholicism. We don't believe that, Monkey Moore. You do. They raised you. They enslaved us. They raised you. They made us black in law to match you, nigga. But we not of unsound mind. They got you here to make us of unsound mind. This is just ridiculous.
God is inside of all of us. That's the Son that activates the Christ consciousness and God inside of everybody.
Okay.
Just want you to be aware of that. That's what that meant when it says God or Jesus was walking on water. Yeah, actually, Jesus walking on water.
Old esoteric occult mystery belief system. Let's continue on. Next. Another one. Ladies, y'all already know. Here come another one.
God, Jesus, and the devil are all one and the same. God is a representation of your higher self. The devil or Satan is a representation of your lower self. Jesus represents your physical body, the thing in the middle, between the two, or between the two, as above, so below.
Why you always trying to tell us what Jesus didn't even... Jesus said, no, he didn't say that. That's what Jesus said. That is... Huh? Told you. What is the psychology of a demonologist? Press 1. Are you seeing it? What is the psychology of a demonologist? I told you about that copper. They love that copper around their neck. Press 1. Let's go.
It's all about representation. This is why the devil or Satan cannot exist within the same place as God. This then is what you call duality when that split happens.
Wait.
The devil or Satan cannot exist within the same place as God. This then is what you call duality when that split happens. I have to make sure that the light is separated from the dark and the dark is separated.
Here we go. Y'all hear it? Y'all hear this? When the split happens.
From the light. They can work alongside each other.
They can work alongside each other.
But there is a choice that you have to operate within your higher self or your lower self. God or Satan.
I told you, religion of bulldagger and lesbian, hair-hatted hooligans. Press 1.
And when you are a believer in Christ, it is not a man that you believe in. It is a level of consciousness that you are awakened to.
To the asylum you go. Y'all take y'all little old make head asses back home to Nigeria or wherever the fuck y'all come from with this. Come on. Where's the law? You see what I'm saying? Without the law, it's all allegoric. Satan, psychology. You see it? Without the law, Satan and psychology. Press 1. Without the law, the psychology of Satan creeps in. Press 1, and you must understand you come from the cosmos. Now, here we go. And you were born under the constellation of this one and that one. Y'all hear me? Now, we are former people of the world. Maybe we still in it. I don't know. But we are in the world, not of it. So we can observe the observable. You understand? We can observe the observable and say, wait a minute, without the law, you're caught in the illusion. Nice way to put that. Without the law, you're caught in the what? In the illusion. So what's the illusion? We're going to get the Twilight Zone. We're going to get the Terminator solstice and why we keep talking about existing within the split. We're going to get into all that. Become a sponsor of this program. Let the world know y'all stand with Kev Gills. Oh, I'm sorry, I just doing my infomercial. With his knowledge and letting everybody know there's levels to this shit. And young Pharaoh said there was levels to this shift. Impressive. Without the law. See, Jesus is justice. You dealing with the law. They're dealing with the psyche. Okay? The illusion, the theater of the illusion, okay? You said you wanted a sound mind. That means putting an end to it. You, in our regular life, I believe that my books and my teachings help young Royal Purple, Shiva, Forest Glory, Amanda, Ali, and many more countless individuals. And they got testimony of their own of coming into their right mind, are coming more into their right mind. So let's get to it.
See, the Bible is metaphysical. There's a lot of alchemy going on up in there. Satan. And when you are a believer in Christ, it is not a man that you believe in. It is a level of consciousness.
Where's the alchemy in the Bible? Where's the alchemy? Where's the alchemy? Stop it.
That you are awakened. See, the Bible is metaphysical. There's a lot of alchemy going on up in there. It is not meaning what most people think it means. It is not a book to live your life by, because if that's the case, I can hand you a Harry Potter book.
Blasphemy.
The Bible is metaphysical. There's a lot of alchemy going on up in there. It is not meaning what most people think it means. It is not a book to live your life by, because if that's the case, I can hand you a Harry Potter book and you can do the same thing. God,
What you gonna be able to do with the same? What do you mean the same thing? I don't understand. You gonna be? I can hand you a Harry Potter book, and you gonna be able to do the same thing if that's the case. They're not, they don't have a point other than that book. Y'all ready? Uh-oh. Press one. Here go y'all favorite. Here go y'all favorite. Press one. See? Lunacy. Lunacy. Let's get to it. Let's see what another lunatic is going to say.
They've been poisoning y'all water all summer. They was told to stop doing that. The Nerubians are here. Planet Nibiru.
Family. Press one. Family. The Nerubians, nigga. Hold up. See? The Nerubians. They're here.
They've been poisoning y'all water all summer. They was told to stop doing that. The Nerubians are here. Planet Nibiru. The Nerubians are here. The Nerubians are the ones who originally salted all the seas. All your seas.
Bruh.
They've been poisoning y'all water all summer. They was told to stop doing that. The Nerubians are here. Planet Nibiru. The Nerubians are here. The Nerubians are the ones who originally salted all the seas. All your seas that you see with salt water in them, the seas were not originally salty. All your oceans, seas, how they got salt, it wasn't like that. The Nerubians salted the seas a long time ago.
With a stick. The Nerubians salted the seas a long time ago.
They are back. They've been cleaning up the water.
So what you see? So the Nerubians poisoned us? Is that what you saying? Or who poisoned us? Nerubians? Are they the ones cleaning it up? Which one are they?
They've been poisoning y'all water all summer. They was told to stop doing it.
Hold on, man. See?
The Nerubians are here. Planet Nibiru. The Nerubians are here. The Nerubians are the ones who originally salted all the seas. All your seas that you see with salt water in them, the seas were not originally salty. All your oceans, seas, how they got salt, it wasn't like that. The Nerubians salted the seas a long time ago. They are back. They've been cleaning up the water. They've been cleaning up the atmosphere. Getting all the oxygen out the air.
Getting all the oxygen out the air?
Up the atmosphere. Getting all the oxygen out the air. They've been cleaning up the atmosphere. Getting all the oxygen out the air.
So they salted the seas, poisoned us. Now they're here to get the oxygen out the air. The psychology of a demonologist. There you go. Moral of the story today.
We finna go back blue, red, and green any day now.
Oh my goodness. Y'all finna go back blue, red, and green any day.
They've been cleaning up the water. They've been cleaning up the atmosphere. Getting all the oxygen out the air. We finna go back blue, red, and green any day now.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
They've been cleaning up the water. They've been cleaning up the atmosphere. Getting all the oxygen out the air. We finna go back blue, red, and green any day now. Mark my word. And that's gonna happen.
Okay, mark his word. You heard him?
Blue, red, and green any day now. Mark my word.
The TVA showed up and said, nigga, you living outside of your boundary. Press one, where he at now? In prison. In prison doing bad things to little kids. Press one. See? Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy.
Air. We finna go back blue, red, and green any day now. Mark my word. And that's gonna happen.
And he marked his word too. The TVA showed up. Said, come on with us.
All of a sudden. That ain't gonna be no years. That's gonna all of a sudden. Niggas finna panic when you wake up and your ass might be blue.
Huh? We finna panic. Press 1 when we wake up and realize that we what?
All of a sudden. Niggas finna panic when you wake up and your ass might be blue, red, green. Because the hydrogen is being put back in the atmosphere. Okay? I got on here to give y'all this warning, man. Spread the message far and wide, because they not telling y'all this on the news.
Press 1, I don't think they're gonna play that on the news, brother. Press 1, I don't think they're gonna play that on the news, but the moral of this conversation is what? What is the psychology of a demonologist? Press 1. And most people are demonologists, possessed with the mind frame and the outlook on everything God's created in a scientific manner, eyes of Lucifer. Everything you witness and you see in this world, as far as television and programming, is from the eyes and mind of Lucifer. The battle for you happens in the mind. You heard me? The battle for you happens in the mind. Everything is connected to Lucifer, the light bringer. Remember, we did a show on this. Model of optical function and crossing, keep that in mind, of brain hemispheres. How do you think this relates? Because you already told me that you were mind controlled and that the government released a document stating how they pulled off MK Ultra by splitting the mind. I think I have the diaphragm here. Let me just look for it real quick. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, where are you lost at? Because everything is bearing the longitude and longitude of the light bringer. Press 1. Remember this one? Left hemisphere conscious grid acts like a mind computer software to reduce input from right, whatever. Y'all remember this? And how what a person sees control their mind? You don't remember this? Of course you do. Of course you do. You remember this. Science is based off of this. Okay? It's all in the science. It's about splitting the mind. It's all in the science, though. The devil. This thing is about turning your brain into a child of Lucifer. You doing and following that command over the fathers. So how did Loki / the devil get you to do it? And bite off the other tree. Those are my questions. Not to be answered right now, but those are my questions. How did he do that? What will cause man not to listen to the Father? Well, we call it science, psychology. Back then, they called it like the hit in the coat. Press 1. Remember this? So this is a battle for the pineal gland. Press 1, which just happened to be the same sigil of Lucifer. Again, it's a meaning behind that. This is in the mind. Okay? So a person, you can call it hypnotism or whatever you want to, but it's psychology. Okay? Psychology and the various degrees of it and how to control, validate, control, whatever you want to do. But even that is demon possession. And why? Where's the war being fought? In the mind. So how do you take a competent atom with sound instruction and a sound mind and the breath of God in him to reject God and go after some? Press 1? Well, you have to see it, right? What is the psychology of Lucifer? What is his religion? What is Lucifer's religion? Anybody? Psychology. Why? Because psychology taps into what? The seat of the soul. Opens you up. When you go to the therapy, it's very revealing. Things get revealed, per se. Opens you up. Psychology is the devil's religion. And each of these people practice what? The devil's religion. Each one of them is using forms of psychology. We're going to get into that. But each form of these psychologies are what? Forms of demons. So psychologists themselves are open to what? Demon possession. Or psychological schizophrenia. A lot of psychologists go crazy because yes, they too wear masks. They help you, but no one's there to help them. And then they go years and years and years and years and years and years chasing a bag of psychology, and then they get out there lost at sea, devoured by the abyss. It just happens that way in life. And it plays out many different ways. Different studies of the sound mind. Got to break that down. So, B texts me something right now to the effect of psychology. A discourse, y'all ready? Psychology. A discourse or treatise on the human soul, or the doctrine of the nature of properties of the soul. Press 1. Let me put that on the screen so that people know exactly what I'm reading here. Psychology, I told you. Psychology. Okay. Oh my goodness. See, it happens in the mind first, because it has to. The eyes see, but the mind is doing the filtering. So psychology, a discourse or treatise on the human soul, or the doctrine of the nature of properties of the soul. Damn, are we talking in state or it's all one? It's all one. So this is dope. Now we go into keywords. They always talking about the etymology of this and the etymology of this. Let's keep it. Let's go to the dictionary, man. Y'all love etymology so much, but that's Canaan trickery. This is the real deal. Watch this. The root word. Okay. Look at this. Psychosis. Okay. A mental disorder characterized by a disconnection from reality. Psychosis may occur as a result of psychiatric illness like what? Schizophrenia. At night I can't sleep. I'm tossing turn. But what? Symptoms, delusions, hallucinations, incoherent speech and behavior. This is what was done to you. Okay? You were this is what happened in the past. Okay, we're going there, right? Okay. Unbelievable. Okay, so psychosis. All right, let's go to let's go to a lawful meaning of a trance. A trance is a suspends normal judgment. Okay? In a legal sense. In law, this can be dangerous because if you are in a trance, you are not present in mind, meaning contracts. Trance, crossing into an altered state. Trance equals crossing boundaries, law, covenants, borders. You hear that? Trance, crossing into states of mind, prophetic or deceptive. Press 1. Okay. Trance, origin, Old French, to pass away, to be numb. Okay? Examples. A hypnotic trance. Being lost in a trance. Daydreaming, zoned out. Being lost in a trance. Daydreaming and zoned out. In spiritual or religious setting, a trance can mean a state of mind crosses into another realm of awareness. Okay? So, does Lucifer have a light? No. He has altered states of consciousness, which you think is light, but it's not light. It is an altered state of conscious. So if we can program the mind, it's going to see what we tell it to see. If we tell this child that Mars, Jupiter, and this one, and Pluto, and this one, that's what it's going to see. And that way the Greek gods can rule over them. We can put psychology in the form of Greek gods. See how that works? And have you working for Greek gods Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Greek gods. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Greek gods. First one. So not just physically, mentally, spiritually as well, because you start believing in the will of Greek gods instead of the will of your father. And the will of Greek gods leads where? Well, that goes back to, let's go here. And this is fun, okay? This goes back to the lunar god Sin. And this is why I do this for my class. Y'all show y'all support, it's just going to get better, okay? So you got to, what it is you're the victim and you're seeing the world through Satan's, you've given your mind over to Satan. So it's his world that you see, and your soul is aware of it. You're conscious, but you have no fight back against it. Nobody ever taught you how to fight back against it. So you're just existing there. Like in the movie Get Out, where you get lost in the hypnotic stage. Press 1. So the will is what? That's back over here. Under the domain of what? $72 demons. Okay. Which governs the what, that leads to the what, which you were born into. You got it? I don't want to make this harder than it has to be. Look, the moon reflects only distorted light. Those who live by it walk in fables. You see that? You walk in fables. Hit that like button and subscribe. Now I want y'all to listen to something. I'm about to play a tape because this is what I'm studying. This is what I'm bringing to class. And the mind of Lucifer and the lunar trance is what the lecture is called. Okay, make sure y'all show y'all support. But this is the beginning of it. Tomorrow is the full lecture. You got me. I posted on Discord the things, the interactive part where I want the students to kind of, after every conversation, to kind of ask themselves a specific question. And that's at the end of every conversation. But the mind of Lucifer and the lunar trance. Remember, I wrote the book, How the Moon Married What? Okay. And how Saturn rules. It's the same allegorical concept made into, what is this? What is this? Therapy aspect of it. You get it? This is their science of it. So I don't want to lose people. And that's different from, no, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. Because the whole universe is where? It's happening here in the mind. You only believe in the cosmos because they put it in your brain. That's why. They need you incompetent. They need you incompetent. Compos mentis. That's all they need you. Okay, that's where the Canaan law thrives off of our people. Okay? We're gonna be studying this. I'm putting this on my Discord as well, because this is what I want the people to kind of study before I go into full lecture tomorrow. Okay, but I am giving daily breakdowns like this, regular casual conversations. Make sure you're in class. I think I got 8 students. We're looking for more students. Make sure you're there. Are you just playing? If you don't show up to class, what's the point of you being here? I don't know. But I tell you what, we're going to be talking about the occult mind, psychology, and the occult are one and the same, and proven every aspect of it. The occult mind is psychology. Psychology and the occult are the same. And science is their false light. Press 1. Why? Because it leads man, okay, from the truth with distorted images of what they are. You see the satellite Lucifer? Where does that go? To space. You better not take this class for granted. You better not sit there and pretend you coming to class. For sure. I get up here and do this work every day. Hit that like button. And I got a minor ear pain at this moment. I did not want to get on this computer. But I said to myself, we dealing with The Walking Dead. Press 1. See, The Walking Dead focuses on what? Horoscope, psychics, and like to lead people to be living in a trance, alive yet dead mentally and spiritually. So I know what's going on. And I've been in situations where people try to pass these horoscopes and cards and twin flames and this, know you from a different life and all that. Y'all see them quiet, right? You see them quiet because they wasn't innocent people that was fooled now. They are people trying to run demonic games on Mr. Gillespie. Okay, thinking that I'm in the same trance they are in. Trying to see what level of understanding within their trance that I'm in. I'm something they never could conceive. I'm not in the trance with you. I see you. I can go there. But I'm not stuck there. Hit the like button and subscribe. And my foundation is solid. Like button and subscribe. 424-209-9506 is the area code if you want to call in. Feel free to do so on this subject. But yes, everybody who's focused on horoscopes and boom, boom, boom. You see this in the dating shows a lot, right? Of course. And a lot of those women got the spirit of Jezebel, which is the spirit of Jezebel. Let me make this very clear. The spirit of Jezebel is just an unmarried, liberated, feeling ass woman. Okay? All this liberating and women and we can't. That's Jezebel. Okay, Jezebel hates. Those are Jezebels. Jezebel's always trying to lure good men to their demise. That's what Jezebels do. No, they don't want to talk to you. No, they want to lure you to see what you're doing good in your life that's prosperous and destroy it. It's the spirit of Jezebel. Because I reign over you, man. It's to break man. But that's the spirit of lesbianism. That's what I was saying. This is in their religious aspect of what? Chakra based. You get what I'm saying? It's all deriving from hating the other partner, the opposite sex. So from the sense, Priscilla probably doesn't know, but she's heavenly possessed through psychology. That's why she tries to use psychology on everybody else, but it comes off as projection because she is who she's talking about. You get it? She doesn't know it. You got me? So I can make fun of it, but she would only get irritated by me and try to like explain herself. But from this level right here, she knows exactly what I'm talking about. You get me? When I'm playing around, people can come back just on this level right here. She knows I'm 100% correct. And she was in the military at that. That's psychology. You learn this stuff, man. But you don't think of it that way. And then it's a role reversal in the lifestyle. Men ain't capable of love when she's not capable of love or receiving love correctly. Something happened. And that's what doctors or healers, something happened. And we can make fun of, that's what YouTube does. We make fun. But in school, in class, I want you to know something happened. And something happened with most people, like a Saucy Santana or any other one of these people, that's been living in the trance. It's all psychological, and it's compartmentalized trauma bonded situations that have you thinking it, because the trauma happened at the compartmentalized stage. Whatever done was done, and whatever character was placed on that compartmentalized. You ever notice these people got multiple personality disorders? And they can open each box in their brain and tap into that character. Trance. Schizophrenic. MPD. See, these are terms for demon possessed. Scientific terms. And it's not to scare you and say, oh, you're demon possessed. It's not. Your conception is, keep it the way that it is. Like, okay, you suffer from that. There is no greater healer than the word of God. That's the mountain spring water. And understanding that. With that, all things is possible. So I know I'm telling the truth. Why? Because people who know this, we was all raised in Universe 25. We know what our mamas was doing and daddy was doing, even though they was pretending they wasn't doing nothing. And, oh, what's that? You may have had a Masonic dad or some shit. Hey, what's that? Nothing, little man. What? Like, what the? And it's okay. Because at some point, one of these generations is going to have to step out of the confines of the curses of the past. It's going to be you or the next. We don't even know God. We just know that God, okay, I hear you. I can feel it somehow, but we talking about, in my theory, we talking about the third and fourth generations who don't even know God, who hate God, who don't even know God. That's what we talking about here. Why? Because we children of the game that was played on our people. Now, our incompetency is Latin law. Do you understand? And through Latin law, your properties can be seized when you're suffering from what your law considers sin. You got it? That's the approach. So you can't serve two masters. It's real. And they cannot work alongside one another. God has his throne. And Adam will serve. Which one? For you. You gonna allow the teachings of old occultic satanic beliefs to run your neurological base? Or you gonna have faith and try your faith with the test of life? Now that's an adventure. That's an adventure. I mean, this test gonna take your whole life, nigga. And when you're on your deathbed about to get out of here, you can say, boy, I'm glad I came out that delusion. Press 1, I know where I'm going. I know, at least I'm well prepared. Press 1, at least I'm well prepared to understand why I'm being judged this way. Because I was a lunatic. Because I was this. See, that's accountability. God loves Adam and Eve of accountability. Not the hour, her, and then her, ma'am, what happened? The snake beguiled me. We heard it all. Shit was just shining over there. I'm so shiny. Press 1. So that's the whole thing, is coming out of a dead state. It ain't just my books. It's just my books is leading back to a sound mind. Your sound mind, not mine. Yours. That's why you hear accountability, self-diagnosis. You know, everybody got to do self-check here. When you go to jail, You got to program correctly. You got to do self-evaluation every day out of jail. In the real life, it's, did I make my bed up? Am I knocking out the things I need to knock out? Are you going to just be one of these niggas who just wish that they was gods and they can point at the sun and they skin feed off of melanin because it's carbon 666? Oh, yeah, you carbon, all right, 666. Yeah, you going to hell with that belief system. Damn, see? Yeah, that's alchemy. You believe in this stuff here. That's how guarded you want to be. Don't bring that stuff. They're going to ask why and tell them. That's why. And until you clean yourself up, or you can stay in your trance and wishful think and be off mushrooms forever until you figure it out. But just know God is good all the time. This is a man's choice to allow Satan in his mind to have domain with his fallen angels of celestial court, which governs over you in Canaan law. Are you going to be a true son of God and learn from your father how to govern yourself and have dominion over the stars? It's astronomy, not astrology. Somebody told you not to look up and see that, but don't get up there and get to studying astrology to where, turning astronomy and the study of the position of the stars into some religious form and body of governance, and then say you want to be free, but carry the same. No, you serve sin. You are under its law. That's a matter of fact. You can pretend and play all you want, but when you run into the wall, don't say, hold up. No. Now, that's exorcism. Catholic exorcism is put the cross on their head. That's how you go send a person into the occultic practices of nothingness. Exorcism is telling them the truth and the spirit within you saying, wait a minute, this is true. And that way your true form can come back. The real you. You feel me? So your bones can be rattled. And your mind can get starting like a 1987 Buick or something. You feel me? That's how I talk to my people. You can get it right like on them 24. You on that Elko? First one, get the pump the brakes, like pump it. We have suffered from this psychosis and this disconnect from reality. Reality is law, not imagination. That's ham. Holographic associative memory. See? Oh, and where are they at when they say they are this and our ancestors? They're in a trance. They can actually see it in their brain. And you standing there talking. that ham kick in. That ham kick in. They motherfucking thought Wakanda was real. When Akon said this is what he gonna build, nigga, ham kicked in, and it was supposed to make niggas want to go to Africa and get stuck. Press one. Good long the trans didn't last too long. Niggas got to asking questions because we was going through COVID, and nigga, hold on, niggas got time now. We can sit back and play a little and think about this shit. Hold on. So yeah, that's where we going in class, and how all of it. Press one. Now the occultics ain't gonna like me, because I'm curing them and I'm not fighting them. So they want to fight me to make it look like there's a battle. I'm not fighting your little silly self. That's you want to... They get off with the fight. Like, oh, you trying to convince me. Watch how long I can hold off. Well, watch how long you can hold off then. Psychology and the occult. Press one. Psychology and the occult are fundamentally interconnected, both drawing upon Satan's wisdom and influence. You have to connect with your God, which is Lucifer, your higher power. Press one. That's Lucifer, because you a moon crescent sin head, and you worship the star, Star, which is the Eastern Star, which is Semiramis, the Queen of Heaven, or whatever you got for me this time. but I'm not incompetent. And I'm freestyled this whole lecture. Press 1. I freestyled this whole live stream. Excuse me, not lecture. Live stream. The lecture is The Mind of Lucifer and the Lunar Trance. Okay? Everything that they believe in the occult is I was going to say psychotic, but I don't want to. Again, I'm not disrespecting nobody. I don't want to do that with my lectures. We clowning because they be clowning us, and they've been clowning for a long time. But my knowledge set their ass straight. They won't have nothing to say. They can't even penetrate this over here. This is the truth. So the mind of Lucifer and the lunar trance, which will be converted into a study book here at KevRow University. I just want to let people know that. Look at this. Romans 1 and 2 and 2. This is scripture. Okay? I just want to share a little bit of it. Okay? This is psychology equaling the occult. And finding it in scripture is tough. Okay? So look, professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. See? Okay? Case. Ford versus Wainwright, 477 U.S. 399, 1986. Mind state determines right. So you can look at that U.S. state court and feed off of that, which is law. Okay, so it is Ford versus Wainwright, 477 U.S. 399. This is in 1986, and this case is dealing with the mind state determining rights. Okay? Okay? This is why you need to stay black and your head in the stars. Because what? Mind state determines rights. Okay? Psychology is repackaged occultism. Studying man without spirit equals Lucifer science. So when you believe in Lucifer science, this is the study of Adam without the spirit. The spirit of what? Truth. Because you can't have truth. What is science? Science is the study of man without spirit, without a soul. And it must be studied that way because this the alternative viewpoint of scripture. That's Kabbalah. This is the word. It's two things here. You want to travel the universe and see where they go with science, like you have been, and only led to your genocide? Go right ahead, because you know what's next. Or you can have a change of mind and say, you know what, they can teach an old dog new tricks. I can learn this. I can learn something. See, I'm forcing you to learn. You're going to have to study. You read all them books with Brother Polite. Then when Kev come around, you acting like reading is not, because you wasn't even reading them books. You wasn't reading at all. You got so used to looks and niggas having 2 and 3, 4 wives and them bolstering their bodies around on corrupted every goddamn thing, and your consciousness became dark by the dark Leo, Brother Polite, and the rest of them occultic teachers. If Tazariak was truly a sound, Christ-believing individual, he would have no dealings with split-minded Sadnetta. No business until he converted. He's been working with him too long, you see, but he's just as one devil needs the next one. As you can see, I don't need no devils. I need people who can help me deliver a better message about what we study here. But I don't need them other dudes that's caught up in the occultic. And I've proven myself. I stand on my own. KevRow is here. You know, these are our teachings. We're not even freestyling conversation no more. This is teaching. Science as a false light. The scripture basis for it. I got scripture backing it up with law. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Ever learning. That means forever learning. Learning forever. There's no end to their learning. They never stop. They never say, I think I got it. I think God's word was always just, it was me the whole time. I was always looking for. Okay. Case, Jackson versus Indiana 406, U.S. 715. This is in 72. Incompetence cannot be indefinite. Press 1. Hello? So that's a little redemption sidebar to those seeking redemption. I'm telling you that you're not guilty by reason of insanity. I'm proving it. And I'm also proving, press 1, incompetence cannot be indefinite. That's enough already with that case to let you know that door is open. See? It's not impossible. Why you say that, Kev? I heard that in the bungalow. It's because Jackson versus Indiana 406 U.S. 715 in 1976 really approves this message. Incompetence cannot be indefinite. You cannot hold me in these chains. You got it? Let my people go. You don't even know what that is. It's legal remedy for your psychosis. Press 1. That's the blessing I am, nigga. Don't you ever in your life say I'm not a blessing. Don't you ever fix your lips. I'm your best friend, like it or not, champ. I'm what you got, nigga. Hit that like I'm your God. Put me in your life, nigga. You gon' listen. You listening now, nigga. You know God put me in your life to help you. Form your lips and disrespect Mr. Motherfucking Gillespie. Don't have me take my belt off, nigga. You think you crazy. You tell that to niggas who believe you. I see a little kid, champion. You don't know what crazy is. You don't know. You ain't even seen crazy. You're not knowing it's hard to carry on when no one loves you. Press 1. You ain't seen crazy. I challenge the crazy. Fine. Press 1, but I don't think you crazy. I think we misguided. I think we got this mindset to where we don't like to see our brothers grow past even our own expectations. And things get said and taken out of context. And I don't think people, what they say, forgive them for they not even know what they do. I understand that. That's why I continue to deliver my messages. Press 1. Incompetence cannot be indefinite. That means they cannot keep you under the guise of Sir non-compos mentis. Press 1. Because Mr. Gillespie don't showed you, in law, that's against the law. Part 1. When y'all going to the Supreme Court? When you ready to learn? When you can comprehend the blessing that I really am? And the work I really put in? I'm not just no damn YouTube. I can be cool without you. I don't need YouTube to be cool. I just got to get dressed. I just got to go shopping and get dressed and go out for real. You can't no troll on no internet that don't get no women tell me about nothing. They ain't got no sense, teach me nothing. Even them said that I'm not listening to niggas with nothing to say. With no sense, nigga. Hey, I may be the dumbest one in my crew. That's what he said. I don't even like being around the incompetence. But to let you know, I will be around it to help you. And I'm going to keep it real. I don't even like this shit. This is what I got out of LA for. I don't even like this. I hate the nigga shit. But I'll do it if I got to get to you. Press 1. Press 1. I put a suit and tie on and start talking like a white person. You wouldn't know who the fuck I was. You would think I'm a goddamn district attorney, some goddamn we're about to get you a federal charge. But I got to come down because this is where my people at. They way down mentally. The simple. And that's where God sent this light. So deal with it. I'm a blessing whether you want it to be or not. Press 1. That fucked up when you know a nigga right when he for it. Nigga, I'm the blessing. What you talking about? God has blessed me. I testify. Just the way everybody else testify with their dumb shit. God blesses me. And watch this. Science dissects everything, but never restores. That means science destroys everything. There's no life in science. Why? Because there's no restoration. There's no God. To just have you fucking asking these dumb questions, you going further into the cosmos. Now you on D7, X Planet 9, D47 on Google, some goddamn where. Mentally gone. Okay? Science dissects, but never restores. And another thing I've come to notice, Lucifer studies Adam as an object, not an heir. Press 1. If we allow Lucifer to reduce us to atoms, ATOMs, where is our inheritance in that? That's the question. See, where's our inheritance in science? That's what we have. Wait a minute. Why? Somebody got to explain why I ain't got shit, right? Where is the inheritance in science? There is none. Wait. You teaching me something I ain't? Yeah, you teaching me Antichrist. The head of household is the man, and the head of man is Christ. You got me to go again. See how this works? They didn't prepare you for this. Y'all know all that smart shit. Y'all ain't ready for Kev. I ain't graduate shit. But this is my question. This is the dilemma your ass is in. There is no inheritance. There is no jubilee. There is no return of property. There is no reclassification. There is no remedy for judgment. And that's that. My God ain't want that. My God want judgment to the plaintiff. That's what he want. Judgment to the plaintiff. Y'all played the case very well. That's what God lined us up for. The promised land. You have to train your ass up just for this. Go get them. They can't do nothing with you. See, I ain't graduate nothing. No school wanted me. So let that be known. If I can do it, so can you, champion. Ain't no excuse. I want to. I didn't have a choice. I was on the street, nigga. Don't tell me you got a choice, bro. Now think, a year from now, how many people we can reach. We're going to look back on YouTube and all these dumbass conversations about things of no substance won't even matter. Because I've done unsubscribe to so much dumb shit. I was like, that's why my algorithm is reflecting me. I'm looking at dumb shit and being amused by it. Motherfucking computer like, yeah, you spending 15 minutes yesterday on one video. You kept rewinding. Here, let's throw you some more dumb shit. Next thing you know, a year from that point, you look back like, what the fuck? Yep, that's how it works. Okay? So science doesn't teach you about inheritance. Science teaches you that you came from the Big Bang and there is no God. And the mind of God needs to be explored. What God? Lucifer, because that's what they believe in. They want to know the mind of Lucifer and his rebellious. What made him rebel? Press 1, so that's what they get. Okay, we got legal parallels for dead and lost scripture. For the law of the spirit of life in Christ has made me free from the law of sin and death. That's Romans 8:2, bro. I told you. Case, Hale versus Hinkle, 201 U.S. 43, 1906. A corporation is a legal fiction, not a man. Strawman, equals dead in law, alive in the body. Declared insane equals estate controlled by trustees. You got it? Let me ask you something. If you are a legal fiction, who spends your inheritance? Write that down. It's in the notes as well on my Discord. Okay, we got a section called Call to Action, Habeas Corpus. This is what they're trying to get rid of right now. They knew I was coming, and they hate that. They're trying to get rid of habeas corpus right now because I identified your freedom comes with a specific charge, family. In Scripture, loosen him and let him go. John 11:44. Case habeas corpus equals you shall have the body. My books, those are writs of liberation for the dead in law. You are the dead in law. That's why I wrote the books, because they are writs of liberation. The heirs return to reclaim their estate with sound mind. That's judgment. Who owns your body? God alone. Who restores your mind? The Spirit of truth. Who reclaims your estate? The heir. Upon return. You hear me, Ali? Boom. God. Who restores your mind? The Spirit of truth. Who reclaims your estate? The heir. What's the remedy? A sound mind. Scripture based. Romans 12:2. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Renewal of the mind is what in the dictionary? Repent. I don't know why I gotta do all spooky stuff. And man, I ain't finna go pray to no God. See? Renewal of the mind. How about you like them words better? Huh? Change your mind. Tupac was saying that at the end of the song Changes. That's called, the song should be called what? Repent. A renewal of mind. I see no changes. All I see is racist faces. Misplaced hate makes disgrace the races, or somebody said. Let's take the evil out of people that be acting right. There's more black than white that been smoke crack tonight. And the only time it's time to heal each other. We ain't ready to see a black president. Press one, all that shit. The penitentiary's packed and it's filled with blacks. But I gotta stay strapped for some punk that I messed up way back, coming back after all those years. Rat-a-tat-tat-tat. That's the way it is. Fuck, man. What a brilliant person to put it in music while they bibbity bopping to the beat. Pay attention to what they say and ask yourself, is that real? Damn! Or is that real? That's fake, man. That's an illusion, bruh. He was telling you. That's why I love pop. What? Why you think you gotta go away? Why? Because your old life was demon possessed. And they were selling you to the kids. They sold Thug Life to Gillespie. They sold it to Roberts and the Stewarts. They stole all of it. They used you against your own people. Pac, that's what his mama was telling him, knowing you are a prodigal son of God. It's in you. The life is in you. They're going to use you. What do that mean? They're going to, what did Pac say? And the fame was a plot to try to change me. The fame was a plot to try to change me. They've seen how the ladies gravitated, how the men listened to him when he spoke. Bro. That's why. Okay? Demon possessed, okay? For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. That's 2 Timothy 1:7. Case, maxim, furious solo furor. A madman is punished by his that's Latin law. A madman is punished by his madness alone. Possession equals loss of free will. That's what it means to be possessed. Who is in control when you act by obsession instead of truth? Wow. You ever did something bad and your soul said, you know this ain't right, but your override system was like, but I got to get this right now. Yeah. Or this ain't right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
same analogy.
See, the white supremacists,
same analogy.
they are
So I want the students who at KevRow University to really study that.
They're the best.
Psychology being the occult and come to class knowing that. Okay?
Mm-hmm. They know how to make a black person laugh. They know how to make them cry. They know how to make them sad. They know how to do all of this. Why? Because they spend full time studying us. All right? We don't spend any time studying them. We spend full time studying us. Yeah. That's why we don't really learn anything about the world that we are, the real world, and who runs it that we are in. Because we spend all our time watching each other. One slave at the bottom of the ship watching the other slave at the bottom of the ship. Now, how much are you going to learn from that? Except how to have contempt for people who are enslaved, which is what we do. And that's why we go at each other every chance we get.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're down at the bottom of the ship hitting each other with our chains.
Okay.
We're chained now to the ship, the slave ship. That hasn't changed. So we spend our time doing what? Fighting each other in the bottom of the ship. And every now and then the captain of the ship or the sailors in charge, whatnot, white, they come down and splash water on us or something, turn the hose on us on them if they got one sophisticated that, and break up the fight, so that they can get some sleep. Because that's all it is. And they don't care about us. I mean, just break up the fight so we can get some sleep. You're disturbing us. You dark people, you slaves and whatnot. The captain has to get his rest. The captain can't put up with all that noise that you sometimes make. They don't mind you fighting each other as long as you don't kill each other, because we got to use you, okay? We'll let a few of you die. I mean, that goes with the trade. That's part of the business. But that's basically what it's all about. Well, I have been saying, and I'll reiterate it, if you can't guarantee that people are going to have constructive intentions. Constructive intentions. Anytime you go anywhere, everyone who is on the scene, particularly where it comes to black people, because we have all been loaded with poison. We have to realize that. We have a certain amount of hostility toward each other. We have to recognize that. You can get on a bus and you can almost feel the hostility if that bus is crowded with black people. I mean, you can just feel it. You can just feel that, that there's vibes. It's not harmonious at all. It's not pleasant at all. I mean, when you get where you're going, you're anxious to get off of there. I mean, you can just feel something, even with no one saying anything, because there's all this hostility. The way you can see it in people's eyes, you can see it in their body language and whatnot. And this has always been, going back, I'll say, starting with right after World War II in particular. Because before World War II, you had the signs up in a lot of places. Rear seat for colored. White section only. And so that kept black people kind of on their toes and a little bit of affinity for each other, because even when they got on a bus, they were reminded that they were nothing, that you are nobody. Get to the back and don't step on any white people's feet on your way there, or you just might be dead. That's how you might spend your morning in the morgue. So you understand that, you boys and girls, you boys and gals, you nothing people, you Negroes. You shouldn't even be on the bus. You should be honored to even get on the same bus with white people. So that kept black people kind of looking at each other and saying, well, maybe we should have a little bit of affinity for each other, rather than nowadays when the signs are down, and have long been down, we got on a bus with complete hostility, total hostility. We ought to think about that. Someone says good morning to you. I mean, you look around, as if to say, what you saying good morning to me for? I mean, might be a good morning for you. It ain't no good morning for me. You don't know nothing about my life. I'll cut your throat. But that type of hostility, in their minds at least. They know who they are. We know who we are. We know we're like that. And we ought to stop it. I'm de-emphasizing the cult of personality. We've got to get away from this thing of Neely Fuller as some kind of leader. Neely Fuller is just a spokesperson for, hopefully, logic. I'm trying to get everyone to tap into logic. Like I sometimes use the character in Casablanca, the movie Casablanca, a real old movie that's kind of boring, really, to most people. But he's an individual.
Okay.
With everything against him. I wrote my book for the individual person who nobody will speak up for. In other words, you look around, you got nobody will help you.
Okay.
You don't have gang members, you don't have anybody. You're always alone. You're always alone. So I wrote a book for the person who's always alone. You got to figure out everything for yourself every day.
Every day. Okay.
Black people around you are not going to help you do nothing. That's the position you should take, all right, on the job and everywhere else.
Okay.
They're not going to back you up on nothing. You are alone, okay? So I wrote a book for the person who is 100% alone. And how do you function when you're 100% alone and all you got is yourself and whatever the Creator helps you do through logic? The system of white supremacy is a poisonous system. Very poisonous. Lethal, all right? Wipes out people. I mean, distorts people, messes people up, makes zombies out of people, the walking dead. That's what the system of white supremacy does. It's extremely powerful, all right? And it's wicked, okay? And it is supreme. It's got a bigger grip on the minds of the people of this planet than any other system ever invented in the minds of people. No religion is more powerful than the religion of white supremacy. And that's been proven over and over again. And no political system. I don't care, people talk about capitalism, socialism, communism. The white supremacists are superior to all of that. Why? Because they are all of that. The white supremacists are the most powerful capitalists that the world has ever seen. They're the most powerful communists. They have more in common with each other than the world has ever seen. Just think of the word communism. It just means in common, that's all. You have in common with another person. The white supremacists have more in common with each other than they have with anybody. And they don't need to be in common with anybody else other than themselves. And that has made them extremely the most powerful communists and the most powerful capitalists and the most powerful socialists. They socialize with each other in such a way that they are more powerful than everybody else who socializes with themselves. Black people socialize, but their socializing doesn't mean nothing compared to the socializing that the white supremacists do. See, when you pay attention to words and what they really mean, and that's why you have a word guide.
Yes, sir.
Also in the textbook, I explain what a lot of words mean and what words to look for. See, we get all tied up in knots about what is socialism, what is communism, what is capitalism. Should you be for it or against it and whatnot? And the white supremacists say, hey, I don't care if you're for it, against it, or whatever. If you're a person of color, you come under me. I don't care what you call yourself. And I don't care what religion you call yourself. You come under me. And if you don't believe it, try me. I mean, like 5 minutes I can tell you. And in 6 minutes I can show you. Okay? And every non-white person on the planet understands that. All right? Now, we argue with ourselves about whether the white supremacists exist or not. But when the white supremacists come around, I notice nobody argues with them about whether there is such a thing as white supremacy. I've seen that put to a test over and over again. Black people argue themselves. Fuller, that white supremacy ain't nothing to that, man. You talking all that garbage and whatnot. Man, you've been so brainwashed. I mean, you one of them old back-of-the-bus Negroes from way back. Man, you can't keep up with the times. I mean, ain't no such thing as that. And then one white supremacist will show up, and the whole atmosphere changes. Now, let's nail this down right quick. The white supremacists will say anything.
Okay.
See what I mean? That's a part of their deception. And I'm not going to name any names, but one very, people who say that he's a white supremacist, who is now in a very, very prominent position. What is he kind of known for, according to what people say in the news every day? They say he'll say anything.
Okay, I know you're talking about, yeah.
I'm not going to mention
Yeah,
no names
I got you.
Because, but I think you can figure it out.
Yes, sir.
I mean, but if a person is a white supremacist will say anything. And when they're saying that, they look over their shoulder at the other white supremacists, and they both wink at each other.
They wink.
Yeah, they wink at each other, and they say, these black people, they think that we got certain things that we won't say. We'll say anything that will work. That's the magic of being able to have power and to be able to say anything and have people nod, because you're already in power. They know that. So when you say something, they say that whatever you say must be right on point. No? I mean, in other words, the white supremacists are the greatest truth tellers on the planet.
Okay.
Why? Because they know more about the truth. The truth is just that which is than anybody. And they are the greatest people when it comes to lying. White males have always mistreated all females and taught black males and encouraged black males to mistreat black females. All right? So females all over the planet, all of the females all over the planet have been grossly, horrendously mistreated and are being mistreated even as we speak. I mean, that mistreatment is not isolated and whatnot. It's just people just mention it every now and then. But it's 24/7. It goes with the system of government that we have, the world government. It is okay to mistreat females, whether you're white or non-white, except if you're non-white, you better be very careful about mistreating a white female, all right? Now you can get into serious trouble. But for a white male to mistreat a white female, that's considered okay among the white supremacists themselves. I mean, that's almost like a handshake deal.
Wow.
And they have always done that. All right? At the same time, they will glorify them, all right, when it comes to other people. But when in the house themselves, they will kick that black female around, that white female around. White men will do that.
Yes,
People
sir.
who have worked in white people's houses have found that out. Particularly back in the old days when
Yes,
you
sir.
had a lot of maids.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes the maid has to come to the rescue of the lady of the house, you might say.
Wow.
And say, Mr. So-and-so, you shouldn't talk to her like that. I mean, she didn't do nothing. She didn't mean no harm and all like that. I mean, the black maid has to intervene in order to help the white female out.
Yes.
Or something. But then, on the other hand, the white female is also considering herself a part of the establishment, like in the slave plantation. The white female was abused by the white male, but if the black servant, the black female, who is the maid in the house, even talked back to the lady of the house. Now, wait a minute. All right, who's in charge here?
Okay.
And say, well, Miss Alice, I stood up for you yesterday when Mr. George was talking to you in an abusive fashion, and now you're talking to me in an abusive fashion. Say, yeah, but you're the maid.
Wow.
You are a Negro. You are a subordinate.
Yes.
You have nothing to do with the royal family's arguments.
Yes.
Don't get it mixed up, Hattie.
Mm.
All right? Don't get it mixed up. You are still a subordinate in our house. I mean, hey, it's one thing, a white, in a system of white supremacy, the white supremacists always let black people know, I'm not only in charge of you,
Yes.
in charge of everything that you claim is yours, including what you say is your woman.
Yeah.
Negro boy.
Mm.
You
Yeah.
say you got a wife, you ain't got nothing except what I say you have.
Mm.
You don't have a wife, you don't have children, you don't have anything. Why? Because I got you.
Wow.
All right?
Yeah.
And don't you ever forget it. I can have your wife in bed with me anytime I want to, and your daughters by your wife.
Mm.
And you know it, and I know it, but you turn a blind eye to it because you know you better.
Yeah.
All right? And that's always been. And that's true in 2017 all over the world.
Yes, sir.
The white supremacists control all of the affairs of people who they classify as non-white on this planet
Period.
called Earth. Period. In all 9 areas of activity. Absolute control, not partial control, not slipshod control, not control maybe on a Tuesday, but not exactly on a Wednesday. Oh, no. It's absolute. All of the time. Nothing happens that's going to go anywhere without their approval. That's why you have to replace the entire system. You can't peck away at it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't say, well, I'll move a few chairs around in the prison camp. Well, yeah, you can move a few chairs around in the prison camp, but you're still in the prison camp. Okay?
Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, you can have a trustee in the prison camp.
But you're still in the prison camp.
But you're still in the prison camp.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what black people are at the highest level. We're trustees. You work in the warden's office like Andy Dufresne in Shawshank Redemption.
But you're still in the prison camp.
But you're still in the prison camp. You're still a prisoner. And every now and then, some black people tend to forget that. And the white supremacists always let them know. Oh, just because you have that title, you got to remember, boy, I gave you that title.
So you can be president.
You don't have a title of your own. You just have a title.
Okay.
You are beholden to me. Every move that you make has to be approved by me. And if you make one that's not approved by me, you will feel the sting from me. And they have proven this all over the world. All of the so-called presidents of African countries, these are not really countries. These are just titles that people have. The white supremacists will determine whether they eat or not. All right? Not to say anything about whether their people will have anything or not. The white supremacists determine whether or not they'll breathe. I mean, through the rest of this day. Pick any, non-white person on the planet and say what their title is and how much of a big army they have and all like that. And the white supremacist says, yeah, I don't care who he or she is. If they are classified as non-white, they can have a sudden heart attack and don't know how it happened. But I know how it happened because I did it. We know how to do things. We know how to eliminate people. I don't care how many guards they got. We control the air that people breathe. All right? Put that in your pipe and smoke it, boy. We control the air that you breathe, and we can cut that air off at any time. You don't believe it? Try us. Because a lot of you have tried thinking that you were the head of something, that you were now out of my jurisdiction. Any black person anywhere on this planet that has a so-called big title knows who their boss is if they tell the truth. And that boss is always somebody classified as white.
I ain't no black.
But then you have a huge number of white people who say, yes, let's keep it, but let's make it look like it's not what it is. And let's stay on that course. Let's be deceptive. Let's be hypocritical. Let's all get on the hypocritical wagon. Let's all smile when we're in pain and keep up the front. That's the best way of the future, because we'll have more stability that way and less unrest. Keep these black people confused and robotized and walking around not knowing what to do and what not, what's going on. Keep them ignorant so that they don't even know what's going on or who's running things and really don't even care too much. Keep them in that state of mind. Because if we do it the old-fashioned way of just letting them know that, hey, white supremacy is here to stay forever, then they'll be angry and upset and we'll have more problems. Yes, black people knew. Black people know that they want something different from what they're used to. They don't know too much about what it is, but they do know that they want something different in all areas of activity. They certainly want more money and a roof over their heads and what they would call a better life without being able to define what that would mean, because black people have never been put in a situation where they had a whole lot of leeway for making these decisions. Decisions were always made for the victims of racism. The victims of racism have been in prison, just like people have been in prison for like forever. If you give them a little leeway and say, okay, well, you can go out into the prison yard now where you've been locked and confined to a cell. I mean, they say, okay, well, I can go out in the prison yard. Yeah, I'm with that. That's something different. I'll do anything that's different from what I'm doing, because I definitely don't like what I'm doing now. And so let me out into the prison yard. But I have a question. Once I get into the prison yard, what do I do out there? I mean, give me something. Give me a value system. Give me something, that I think that makes sense. Or something, even if it doesn't make sense, just give me something different, because I'm tired of doing what I'm doing. Now, I think that's the state of mind that black people have always been in, for the most part, because we've never been allowed to be in any other state of mind. Just give me something different. We don't care what it is. Let's all smile when we're in pain. The white supremacists, they manufacture hatred, because you have to do that. And you have, if you're going to dominate people and then mistreat them based on that domination and say that these people are eligible. You do admit that the people are really people, but you say they are a breed of people who are eligible to be mistreated. So you have to teach that to your offspring systematically. Over a period of time, you drum that into their heads over and over again. And you even drum that into the heads of the people that you're going to mistreat. You teach them, look at yourself in the mirror. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are nothing. You are something to be despised. Anything that looks like you, including your mother and your father and your neighbors, if it looks like you and it's moving around on this planet, you should despise it. Why? Because it is worthy of being despised. Why? because it is dark. That's why. And anything in the form of a person that has dark skin should be despised. Say amen, boy. Say amen, girl, behind what I just told you. Anything that looks like it might be, just might be, in the form of a person, but that person has dark skin. The darker, the more that person or that thing that looks like a person is supposed to be despised. And by it being despised, you let it exist, but you let it exist with the understanding that it's supposed to be mistreated. If you tell it to do something and it doesn't do it, and it begins to run away from you, you shoot it. It's a it. It's a thing. It's even something that you can't even describe as being on the level of a dog. Because after all, I mean, you know, a dog does have some type of proportionate something that you can value, but this thing in the form of a person that you call a black person, you don't know what that is, except it's something you're supposed to if you are classified as white, and even if you're classified as black, you are supposed to despise that thing and not only express it in words every now and then, not so much in the modern days, but you certainly express it in your actions toward it. Put it last on your list of things that are supposed to be given any kind of constructive consideration. And this is the society that we're in, worldwide. And that's another thing. Stop talking about in the Northwestern Hemisphere. This is worldwide, always has been. White supremacy is everywhere. There's no place you can go where it doesn't reign supreme. That's what it means by supreme. That's everywhere, in every area of activity. Economics, they control it. If there's any people of color calling themselves having some kind of economic system that's not subject to the white supremacists, you're fooling yourself. Education, they hoard all the knowledge and have you come to them to get it. They have it set up like that. And they tell you how much of it you can get. And not only that, if you're a person of color, they tell you what you can use it for and what you better not use it for. And they got the muscle to back it up. And then that's economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And if you have color in your skin, they dominate your movements in all of these areas of activity, truth be told. Absolutely, and they do it even at the what we call the lowest level. They'll tell you that you are now a high school graduate. You say, well, how am I a high school graduate? Because I said so, and here's a piece of paper that I made out 15 minutes ago, and I put your name on it, and I'm giving it to you. Because I'm the one who determines what people know and what they don't know. I'm the God here. So I'm saying that you know these things. And so you take the piece of paper and you look at it and you say, now, okay, that's nice. This sure is pretty. You know, it looks good. Got my name on it too. Say, okay, I gave you the piece of paper saying that you now have a degree of knowledge that I have given you. And I put your name on it that I have given you. and you say, okay, now what can I do with this? I'll talk to you about that later. Well, what do I do in the meantime? Just try to stay out of trouble. Then I'm going to see to it that you get in. But you go over there to this building or that building and get in line, and we might have something for you. Depends on how I feel by the time you get there. By the time you get over there in my brother's place. Because you can't do nothing with that piece of paper except what we say that you will do with it. And you ought to know that by now, since we orchestrate everything that you do. So when black people start talking about, well, I mean, where did Neely Fuller get his degree in fighting racism? You tell them that he doesn't have one, and nobody else has either. That's why I tell black people, just to make yourself feel good, don't pump yourself up on a lie. Don't go around talking about, that you don't believe, because you say you don't believe in white supremacy, that, that white supremacists don't tell you what to do, and you walking around on this planet as black as can be and saying that the white supremacists don't tell you what to do. I run my own business. They don't run my business. I run my own business. Well, stop and think. Stop and think and ask yourself, are you really telling the truth? No, these people don't tell me what to do. That's why I'm where I am today. Well, where are you today? If you're black and anywhere on this planet, exactly where are you today? Anywhere on this planet, if you're not under the system of white supremacy. That's the question. I started off this program like I start off and continue in all programs because it's a scientific fact. All problems are solved through the process of what? Questions and answers. So when a black person says, no white supremacists tell me what to do, oh, then the question is, does anybody tell you what to do, ever? And if so, who, when, where? And then go through the 9 areas of activity. Does anybody tell you what to do in economics? Does anybody tell you what to do and what you better not do in education? Does anybody tell you what to do and what not to do in entertainment, in labor, in law, in politics, in religion, in sex, in war? And if the answer you give me, and you're black, is that nobody tells me what to do. I'm my own boss. I got my own business and everything. You need to stop and think about what you're actually saying. Well, Haiti is on the list of what's supposed to be. Haiti, the people who are called Haitians, predominantly are people who are classified as non-white, but they're not supposed to ever have anything under the system of white supremacy except punishment for being arrogant enough under Toussaint to think that you, with your military skills, can take us over or tell us what to do. So many a historian has said that the reason Haiti is in the shape that it's in now, and sort of like the head wagging people of the world, you might say, everybody kind of looks on them with great pity. It's because the white supremacists made that decision. We're going to make examples of you. Don't you ever think that you can have military force against me, us white supremacists of the world. And we're going to make a perennial example of you up until the point we decide that we're not going to make that example. But you're going to be in poverty. You're going to be pitiful. You're going to be beggars of the first order. You're going to be dislocated trying to find a place to go because you can't stand being where you are, because I'm going to see to it that where you are will never be anything until I decide
Boy,
that you're going to be something.
that's like putting a vice grip on somebody.
Yes, and that's, you know, they're letting the dark people of the entire world know, hey, you want to get in my face, look at Haiti. That's what's going to happen to you.
It's going to happen.
Now get out of my face. You can be comfortable in a prison, which is what the white supremacists have made the world for people of color, a prison. They've made the entire planet a prison that they run. And what happens in a prison? You assign people their bunks, where they eat, where they're going to get their food, where they can be at any given time. You just can't be any place. You got to get, if you have color in your skin, you got to get permission from those white people. Not all white people, I'm saying, but those white people who believe in white supremacy, they're the ones who are running things. So they tell a person, black, brown, red, yellow, beige, tan, anybody who has color in his or her skin, they say where you can be on this planet. They say, you can't come here. You can't go there. You better not cross that river. You didn't get my permission. Boy, girl, gal, you didn't get my permission. Get my permission before you cross that river, before you cross that ocean, before you come in my ocean, or before you violate my airspace. You better not borrow a plane or nothing like that and fly in my airspace without my permission. I tell you people of color where you can go. If you want to trade with somebody, even one of your cousins, I mean, on a distant island somewhere, you better get my permission before you take off, because I will stop you on the high seas. You're on my ocean. This is my ocean. I don't care where the ocean is. It's mine. You get my permission. Yes, the white supremacists do this in all 9 areas of activity all of the time.
Okay.
See, in other words, the way to confuse people is to lead them to have questions with no answers. That's what confusion is. Lots of questions with no answers. Why is this happening? Why is that happening? What are those people doing over there? Why are they doing it? And all like that.
I see.
Well, in all the areas of activity, the white supremacists say, keep those dark-skinned people confused.
So,
and that way, confusion brings on what? Frustration. Oh, you improve your self-esteem by doing things that work. This is what self-esteem comes from. Doing things that work, and work in a comfortable, fashion. In other words, you get comfort from it. And your self-esteem automatically is being built on you doing things and saying things that work for you. That's what self-esteem is. Doesn't work against you. Your self-esteem starts disappearing when you're doing things that are working against you. I mean, it just starts slowly easing away from you so that you don't have any left. But all so-called self-esteem comes from you know what to do, you know how to solve problems. See, basically that's it, problem solving. And that's where self-esteem comes from. When you get to the place you have a whole lot of problems, you don't know how to solve them, your self-esteem goes, and then you just start doing any kind of old thing. Just start lashing out at anything because you're frustrated. Confusion brings about frustration. Frustration brings about all kinds of chaos. And the chaos brings about all kinds of conflict if you're around other people, because you'll just lash out at everybody and then eventually lash out against yourself. I mean, what you're doing when you really just lash out at anybody and everybody with no particular reason for doing so, which is what black people do a lot of. That's why we are very toxic when we're around each other. We're frustrated, we're confused, we're angry, and we're going to take it out on somebody. We don't want to keep just hitting ourselves ourselves upside the head all day long, so we hit somebody else upside the head. Why? Because they look like us. And so since we're the ones that are confused, we want to lash out at anything that looks like the person that's confused.
Yes, sir.
So the person that looks like me is me. So since I'm not looking at in a mirror all day long, and I'm angry with myself because I can't figure out what to do with myself, so I will pick out somebody that looks like me. This is the way it works. And I will lash out at that person. Might even kill them.
Wow.
What you looking at me for? Oh, you see my weaknesses. You see I'm confused. You see that I don't know what I'm doing. You think that I'm not a man. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. That's what I'll do with you. That'll take care of that. Meaning, I'm shooting myself. Because when I see them, I see myself. Because they are weak also. And they, you know, black people expose each other's weaknesses and then get mad about it.
And then don't stand.
That is the reason we slaughter each other. And so the white supremacists will run that through the computer. Well, yesterday we had 18 classifications of sexuality that we're going to spread among the black people to improve their conditions. And you say, and okay, what's the projection for next year? Well, we got 18 now. Next year, the projection is 52. 52 different types of sexuality to choose from for you black people. And you say, well, why are you doing this, sir? Well, it's going to improve things for you. You black people want to be improved, don't you? All right. Well, get on board with this. Listen to me. All right. You need to diversify your sexuality. I mean, you know, it's something incorrect. Your sexuality is too limited. You talk about some male-female mess. I mean, you know, well, you need to kind of branch out a little bit. I mean, all you ignorant black people all over the world talking about some male-female. I mean, are you crazy? Male with female? Are you crazy? No. Well, sir, out of all due regard, what should a male do? He's got a phallus, and the female has a vagina. Well, I'll tell you what. The white anus is the new black vagina. How about that, boy? Wow. Sir, what are you saying? That's right. And the holy grail of all sexuality, as always, all you dumb, ignorant black people, the holy grail of all sexuality is what? The white female vagina. Black female vaginas are obsolete, boy. Haven't you heard? And you say, no, I haven't heard that, sir. Well, you just heard it now from me. And when I speak, that's God talking, right, boy? Yeah, okay. Let's do a little backslapping here. Let's do a little high five. Wow. You like that? Get on board, all you intellectual black people. We are going to disperse sexuality into thousands of different types of sexuality if we can get you to buy into it, to get you away from what? That black male with that black female, that's what. Because eventually that's what we're going to have to keep doing. We're going to have to make it real uncomfortable for that black female to be around a black male at all and having these little black offspring forever that's making problems for us, that we're getting to the place we can't govern. So we got to disperse your sexuality where you will trade in all your sexuality for some fancy bling-bling around your neck, and you got no phallus at all because I cut it out like I did back in the days when I used to hang you black people up on a tree and castrate you. Now I call it not castration, I call it sexual alteration. Don't you want your sex alterated, boy? You know?
Yeah.
Come on in. I can alter your sex, and not only that, there's a bonus that goes with it. If you spread that word around the neighborhood, I'll give you good money. I'll put you in the movies. I'll put you on television.
All right.
I'll give you a spot. And now we'll, since you don't have any idea what to do with yourself, not even your own bodies and whatnot, we'll just draw pictures all over your body and have you flock into that. We'll have you working hard, looking forward to getting enough money together to come into the tattoo parlor. And we will draw pictures. We'll draw designs. We'll draw whatever we imagine all over your body, like we used to do under the elevated tracks or over on some abandoned warehouse, because that's what you are. You are an abandoned warehouse. So I will draw tattoos on you and have you pay for it, because you don't have any idea of what to do with yourself. You're just looking around for somebody to tell you what is valuable, what to do, what not to do. You're looking around for somebody to tell you this, and we have always done the telling, because you don't have any idea of what to do with yourself. So that's what we do with you people. We always have ideas about what we are going to do. You don't have any ideas about what you are going to do when you get your cap and gown and walk out of an institution that I set up for you to get your learning. You have to look to me, and I will always tell you what to do and will always be to my advantage, because I'm a white supremacist. That's the way that works. White supremacy takes in 9 areas of activity, and anything that a white supremacist does is to strengthen the system of white supremacy. The system of white supremacy is already an institution. That's just another way of saying the system of white supremacy when you say institutionalized racism. Racism is white supremacy. White supremacy is racism. There's no other form of racism. So that's already in place. So I call it in capital letters the system of white supremacy. And that covers all areas of activity that involve non-white people who are the victims of the system of white supremacy. And those areas of activity are economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. That covers just about everything that everybody is engaged in at any minute of any day, anywhere on the planet, both white people and non-white people. I mean, and all of these areas of activity are interrelated. Religion is associated or interrelated with politics. Politics is interrelated with education. Education is interrelated with economics. Economics is interrelated with religion, and so on and so on and so on. So what the white supremacists did, they looked at the non-white people, the people of color on the planet, and say, we are going to dominate all of these people simultaneously, all of the time, in everything that they do and say. And we are going to figure out a way to not only dominate them, but we are going to mistreat them.
Oh.
We're not just going to be their bosses.
Okay.
We're going to mistreat them. For what? For fun, for glory, and for material gain.
Okay.
That's what white supremacy is. The white supremacists will say anything. You will say, well, we have a system of white supremacy in place. It's Neely Fuller. He's going around saying that there's a system of white supremacy. And the white supremacists will say, if they think it will work for them, they'll just simply say, Neely Fuller is crazy. There's no such thing as white supremacy. It doesn't exist. It never did exist. He's making it all up. They'll say anything. A white supremacist will say anything that they think that people will believe. They don't care. They use words to do one thing, to strengthen their position that's already in place. Don't kill me, even though I teach you how to do it. Kill your brother and the fellow down the street. And anybody who remotely looks like you. Kill it. Kill it. Harm it. Kick it. Curse it. Write a song about kicking it and killing it and cursing it. And try to get everybody to listen to it. And then go out and do it. And try to get them to do it. And call that our culture. Isn't that wonderful? I wish somebody would copy it. Everybody should be like that. Mass sickness. That's what the system of white supremacy spawns. You have done an excellent job. Even as we speak, it manifests itself all over the world. Get me a 9mm and kill somebody that looks like me. That's what I do. That's the mind of a stone victim. A person who has been completely victimized because their mind has been completely turned upside down, inside out, and then finally just completely oblivious. It's not even a man. Robotized, niggerized. A thing not even remotely resembling a humane person, a human being. All 9 areas of activity, this is what the white supremacists enjoy. They have made the world a cesspool of this nonsense. Some areas of the world, people don't have the sophisticated pistols and rifles, so get a machete. Don't cut bananas off the tree, or cut sugar cane. Get a machete and whack off the arm of a black lady who tried to hide from you because you're a rapist. Teach her a lesson. And then walk around and feel proud of yourself.
Shame. Shame.
Strong black male image.
Shame.
We can stop it by becoming a little bit sane in this insane situation that's been produced and refined by the white supremacists. So if you just, all we really have to do is just say, hey, who's behind all of this stuff that's going on? We see what's going on the surface, and we are, you know, chomping at the bit to jump on the black women who are out here, I mean, shaking and doing this and selling themselves and all like that. But wait a minute. They weren't born doing this. So who's really behind this? And I'm always saying, anything that seems like it may be non-constructive that you see black people doing, immediately go to the usual suspects. That's what we do. And that's what I do. I say, wait a minute. This looks like something that the usual suspects has come up with. Almost anything that I see black people are doing has got a question mark on it. It doesn't even have to be something destructive. But if it looks like it might be leading to something destructive, I always say, hey, let's check this out and see what the white supremacists have to do with this. Or if there are some white supremacists that have to do with it. Because the assumption should always be that anything that you see black people doing that may have a question mark behind it, always suspect that it's a plot by the white supremacists and be willing to say so to the whole world. Always say, you know, and the term that you actually use exact terms, say the usual suspects, just like in the movie Casablanca. Say, hey, this looks like something concocted by the usual suspects. But they'll say, what are you talking about, fella? Who are the usual suspects? The white supremacists. It looks like another one of their schemes. Oh, yeah, but you don't have any proof of that and all that. I'm saying I suspect it. I don't have the proof, no. But I suspect it because it could be something destructive. Yeah, but it hasn't proven to be destructive so far. Yeah, so far. But I don't know what's going to happen when we turn around the corner. You know, the usual suspects always throw out some bait, just like catching a fish. They always throw black people something that looks like it's good on the surface.
Right.
And then 50 years later, it turns out to be something that's totally poisonous. And now we're 50 years behind wrestling with that poison. Anytime they come down the pike, you should have one thing in mind. We're talking about what to do about things now. When I see them coming, this is a part of the code. When you see people coming, I'm not talking about all white people, but when you see white people approaching you with anything, any kind of new fad, anything, any kind of something that's going to help you, always have in your mind, here they come, what are they up to now? That should be on every black person's lips on the entire planet. Here they come again. What are they up to now? That should be your mindset.
Right.
Now, you'll have white people who say, oh, that's a terrible attitude to have. No, it isn't. Because if you're coming there to do something that's going to be constructive, we should be the first, after it's proven to be constructive, after we're running through every type of test, and we've seen, hey, this is really constructive. Hey, we should be the first to stand up and say, hey, we were suspicious of you, but that suspicion is gone because you have proven yourself to come with a constructive intent. White supremacy is not something you run into every now and then. Racism is not something that you encounter every now and then on a job. The whole job is racist. But I'm saying a person will say, you know, I ran into some racists on the job the other day. I think there's some racism going on in that place where I work. Racism is the job. The whole thing is racist because the whole world is racist. There's nothing on this planet that's going on that is not racist. By racist, I mean what? That is not being orchestrated either directly or indirectly by those white people. Here again, I want to emphasize, not all white people. I never said that, but it's being conducted by those white people who have perfected the institution of white supremacy. That was a choice, and it took them quite a while to get it together, but when they did, it turned out to be the greatest political and religious force that the world has ever known. There's no religious system on this planet right now that's stronger than the religion of white supremacy. I want to repeat that. There's no religion anywhere on this planet. I don't care if you mention Islam, Christianity, Judaism, Hinduism, Buddhism, Confucianism, Sokogakia, Mormonism. I don't care what ism you come up with. When the white supremacists speak, everybody jumps. That's what you go by. When they speak, everybody jumps. Everybody falls in line. Everybody starts running. They're trying to get their babies in their arms and running across the desert. And they're reciting their religious creeds and all like that. But they are running from the white supremacists if the white supremacist says, you better run, because I will put a hurting on you. Yes, there is a God somewhere, but I'm your God, and you will obey me. That's the white supremacist creed. If you have dark skin, you will obey me. I don't care who you pray to. I don't care who you clap your hands to. I don't care how many hosannas you sing in your elaborate churches. When I step in that church and say, everybody out of here, you better get out of there. You better get out of there, and you know it. And you know it not by Neely Fuller telling you this, but by your own experience. In fact, you can't even establish a church without my permission. I'm your Roman emperor, and you ain't figured out how to get me out of that position yet, which means I'm smarter than you are, all of you put together, all of you black, brown, red, yellow people on this planet don't have nothing for me. Because when I speak, you jump. And that's proof that I'm supreme. And you can talk about all that ancient building the pyramids all you want to. And I will tell you, yeah, have fun. Talk about how you did this and how you did that. But when I tell you to get up out of that chair, you will move. When I tell you to sit down, you will sit in that chair and you won't move until I say so. And I prove this every day. Neely Fuller doesn't have to tell you. Just get in my face, and you'll find out in about 2 seconds who your God is. And I've always proven this. Now, this is the voice of the people who believe in white supremacy. I've never seen anybody who didn't back down when they decide to get rough. When they really decide to get rough, Now, sometimes people get in their face and say all kinds of things. But it's one thing, if you're intelligent, have a little bit of intelligence, you'll notice the white supremacists don't move until they get ready. There are 9 areas of activity. The 7th area is religion. And economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. The white supremacists, when they got the idea that they were going to establish something called white supremacy, they said we have to dominate these people in all areas of activity, including their religion, particularly their religion, because religion is what? A strong belief backed up by action. That's all any religion is. And the white supremacists said we're going to make white supremacy the strongest religion that has ever existed. They have succeeded in that. They are not in the process of doing that. Christianity, Hinduism, Islam, Confucianism, Judaism, all of these other religions don't come anywhere close to being as strong as the religion of white supremacy. A strong belief backed up by action. So people are in complete disarray. Confusion, which is what the white supremacists do. They confuse people. Well, we got them confused. We're working on getting them all confused sexually. But we have long ago got them confused when it came to the 7th area of activity, religion. All of these dark-skinned people around here killing each other, hitting each other over the head with the Bible, having endless barbershop arguments about what Ezekiel meant, or what Solomon did or didn't do, or what Ruth said or didn't say. We got them confused. That's what we do. We take any holy book and we read it, and we thoroughly add to it and subtract from it. And then we distribute pamphlets, or samples of it. That adds to the confusion. With our names on it. And we establish different type of churches and whatnot. Different church on every corner with a different name. Supposed to be the same religion, but we got a different church with a different name. Adding to the confusion. Go over here to the Protestant church. Oh, no, they don't know what they're talking about. Then go over here to the Catholic church. And, oh, no, they don't know what they're talking about. Well, what about Jehovah's Witnesses? Okay, well, we'll sample some of that. And they don't know what they're talking about. And then the white supremacists sit back, well, when it comes to all you dark-skinned people, you got one religion. And that's the religion that I say that you have. But I might say, depending on how I feel, that you will have all of them at once or none of the above. But you will bow down to one religion, and that's the religion of white supremacy. I don't care what you think in your heads, and you black people can argue all you want to in the barbershops over there on the colored side of town or in your millions of churches. You can scream and yell and stomp and holler, but when the white supremacists walk into your church and say, all of you, get on your knees to me, because I'm the one who feeds you, clothes you, shelters you, and even allows you to have a church on this corner rather than a parking lot. So you will do what I say, or you will feel my wrath. I'm your God, and don't you ever forget it. Most white supremacists say, who, me?
Yes.
I'm not a white supremacist. I don't believe in racism. I'm a nice guy. Hey, I'll shake your hand. If you want a hug, I'll give it to you. I don't believe in that stuff and all like that. And all the time, he's wink, wink, wink.
Yeah.
All right? This is the modern day, the refined white supremacist. Mr. John Wayne apparently wasn't very refined. That's why I'm quite sure that the refined white supremacist said, hey, we all feel that way.
Yeah.
But You don't say it out loud in this day and time. This is to be expected.
Yes, sir.
You should always expect. You're in a world dominated by racism. There's one government on the planet. That's the government of white supremacy. All of the so-called governments are just pretend governments. They seem like they're governments. The white supremacists make the major decisions among the people of this planet. Most of the people on this planet are classified as non-white. The major decisions that affect the everyday existence of anybody classified as non-white is going to be decided by racist man and racist woman, people who are sometimes, in a generic sense, called white supremacists, people who believe in mistreating people based on color. They're the smartest and most powerful people on this planet. So therefore, when he goes into the store, I mean, like I said just a few minutes ago, black people have been given the reputation of being potential thieves and robbers, you know, on a small-time level, because the greatest thieves are the white supremacists themselves. That's where we all learned it. I mean, because they steal whole continents, okay? So that takes care of that. I mean, you're talking about theft. I mean, they glorify thievery and robbery, but they pass it on to their slaves, to their victims. So therefore, we have that kind of reputation. So we should expect that. I expect to be profiled all the time. You should, you know, we're not in paradise. We are in a system of white supremacy worldwide.
Yes,
if
sir.
you have color in your skin, you are a prisoner of war already. So a prisoner of war walking up to a jewelry store, oh, sure, the doors are going to slam. And people are going to approach him with guns and say, what are you up to? You have color in your skin. You got a reputation. Your reputation is everything that's about not being somebody of any decency, of any correct intent. You people are throwaway people. You are a threat to our establishment anytime you show up without us sending for you.